7.
Yeah. You're tuned in to the Starting Five podcast. I'm your man, E-Trillionaire. Of course, you can call me Trill for short. You can always hit me up at Instagram and X at E_Trillionaire. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the Starting Five YouTube channel. Get the thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, you can share, do whatever you like, just interact. And also find our podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And I'm going to kick it to my left.
We live. Welcome back to the Starting Five podcast, season 4, episode 7. Jay Supreme here, Hive Jordan 3 on IG. Tap in with me. Leave that thumbs up, thumbs down, man. Share, like, comment, subscribe. Let's cook, man. Oh, and shout out to St. Joe's, man. We back. First day of mini camps. We cooking, man. State champs, man. We coming. Pass to my left.
What's good? Justo back again. Justo Star 5 on IG and X. And my boy Quantez Stickers will be getting a haircut in February. Just so y'all know. Now I'm gonna kick it to my left.
That's good information. Who?
Don't worry about who.
Who?
If you know, you know. If you don't, you broke.
Hey, you already know what it is, man. Jonathan Sicko Hardy on the book, at Super John on X and Instagram. And man, I'm just here for the shenanigans today, because I ain't got much to say. Go ahead, swing it all the way
For
to
now.
my right.
Well, we back, baby. Catch me at X, Last of a Dime Breed X on IG. Catch me at Dom Daniel on Facebook. You already know we come with fire content only, baby. Finals coming up, and I'm excited, man. I can't wait. That's what I really can't wait for. I'm excited about these finals.
Oh. It's on 2. If you can put it on 1 down, that'd be cool. I know you was enjoying shooting the breeze over there.
Yeah, so
Other way, my brother.
as we get the air conditioning situated,
HVAC.
we'll start the show with the fast break segment. Just news and notes around the sports landscape.
Can I start with something real quick?
Yeah,
Just to
absolutely.
get it out the way. Well, not to get it out the way, because it is a big deal, but I want to shout out St. Joe's running back, Bo Jackson. He just committed to Ohio State, so just salute to him. I knew this kid for about 3 years now. Very humble kid, hard worker. You know what I mean? Talent speaks for itself. I coached on the freshman level with his dad. He comes from a great family. Older brother plays at Duquesne. You know what I mean? Like, this kid is special. I know he got this name, Lamar Bo Jackson Jr., so the media gonna go crazy with that.
Crazy.
But he ain't hype. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna see. Like, he gonna be special. So I just want to shout him out, man. All the hard work he been putting in. And this year he only playing running back, and ain't gonna be a whole lot of defense. So he really got to showcase, who he really is. So we looking forward to him being Mr. Football this year. But man, salute to him, man. Going to school for free. Your parents, they gotta pay for that. Like, ain't no small thing. So shout out to Bo Jackson. Shout out to St. Joe's. Shout out to the coaching staff, man. It's a team effort. You know what I mean? So just want to throw that out there.
No, congratulations
Definitely.
on getting the kids over the hump. And so obviously, NBA is in overdrive right now as the season concludes. You got coaching carousels, a lot of players going on podcasts and who they wish they would have played with, this and that. And now you have a individual who is really just a media member and a podcast, representative, host, whatever you want to call it, could be possibly the next coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, and JJ Redick. And I guess I got really a problem with this. Number one, I don't know if this is what LeBron James wants. I'm thinking to myself, if you want to go out with a bang, you should be trying to get the best coaching candidate out there.
Not a rookie coach.
Not somebody that's never coached at any level. Not taking away from JJ Redick's basketball acumen. I think his arrogance really rubs people the wrong way, because a lot of people out here talking about JJ, they feel like he can't be wrong about nothing. And his takes.
I would say he is a brilliant guy.
Brilliant. He's a
Maybe
good
that got
guy.
something to do with it. I don't know. That's what they teach down here in North Carolina. But yeah. So like, again, I think the Lakers' ills this past season was roster construction and not coaching. Does JJ Redick get them over the hump? So
And look,
They following the Warriors.
allegedly, he's not hired yet, but I know he's working the finals for
okay.
ESPN, so they can't really hire him yet. But it's a fallacy right
The
now.
Warriors did it, and they got him the championship. Four.
But Steve Kerr was at least he was an executive.
Never coached.
So I mean, he was in the trenches on a daily basis in locker rooms, talking to players, ownership, the whole shebang.
You know how to construct a roster.
You know what I'm saying?
That's not his job. He didn't know how to coach a basketball team. You know how to construct a roster is much different. And we know that.
But the Warriors were already ready to win a championship. No one knew that this was going to happen the way it did. I mean, they were battle tested by those Clippers series with 2 consecutive years, and against the Spurs as well, a year in that after getting out of the first round. That team was ascending. The Lakers aren't ascending. So that would be my argument on why you would bring in this guy.
I think it's fair, but
And coaching is more than just having the knowledge and the X's and O's. Like, it's easy to sit down and talk to somebody like LeBron about the game.
Yeah, but okay, that we talking about an 82 game season, right?
Mm-hmm.
After a while, that shit gets stale.
No, for sure.
I like kicking it with you, but what we doing under this timeout? And we didn't see LeBron take the board away from Darvin Ham. He draws some shit.
because Darvin Ham wasn't doing it.
We saw what he did with David Blatt. He was in the huddle, wasn't even listening. So when you get in between them lines, was it 94 by what? I'm not good at geometry, but whatever it is, right? When you get in them battles, there's 2 seconds left on the clock.
In the corner, from the basket.
You know, you need a bucket. You need something drawn up. What you dialing up, JJ? That's what I want to know. And I realize, you can't RIP Red Auerbach. You can't bring him back. Fielding with offensive pasture. Lenny Wilkins is almost 90 years old. I get that. Don Nelson somewhere chilling, probably smoking a stogie.
Pop signed his extension.
Pops down. Eric Spoelstra, he in it. So what? Who? Mike Malone didn't talk too much shit. He's nobody's daddy right now. So what? Who?
He paying child support.
I get it. I personally, this is not a move I would make. I think
They should have got Budenholzer.
I looked more at it's not over yet.
Or
But
Mark Jackson, goddammit.
I look more at the personal side of it. I would really. I feel like it's a big chance that a lot of those guys that 7 to 15 are gonna be like JJ Redick's our coach because of this dude right here. Like it's gonna be a lot. I feel there's a lot of weird feelings going on. I feel like that's not the type of energy you want to bring into
Especially not to that
a
coach.
team
and
where
that
you're
team.
trying to win now. You have a year or two left. That's not something I would do, but I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think they had many other options.
I mean, with LeBron in the twilight of his career, this is not the time to take chances. Like you said, go get the short thing coached, and let's see if we can make a run at this thing the next couple of years.
There's plenty of former coaches that are now assistants that come to mind. Terry Schott, Coach Damon, them out there. You could look at a guy like Sam Cassell, who's been a bench coach for a long ass time.
Mm-hmm.
I think he got the savvy to tell LeBron and AD how to match up.
No, for sure.
He has a winning pedigree.
You're right.
Yeah, and he was that type of JJ wasn't that type of player in the NBA.
Ever.
Sam Cassell, he ran the show. He was a leader of a team a lot of times.
Yeah.
I mean, but I can't knock his
Not a
playing
lot.
career for that because most of the time it's never the star or that guy that's usually a great coach.
That's facts.
Because Tyronn Lue,
Mm-hmm.
we got fucking Scott Brooks,
Okay, another. But why?
Phil Jackson.
Bron wanted Ty Lue. The motherfucker said no. And bought in Vogel. Oh, now you want to listen to the player in terms of bringing the coach and it's this guy? Now you listening? Like, I like Jeannie Buss, but does she really know what the hell she's doing?
Not really. She got to call. What was she calling?
She must be calling Tyrone because
Kurt
Kurt
Rambis.
Rambis and his wife.
how's he consulting?
She consulting Kurt Rambis on how to.
He was the 8th man
He was the terrible coach. Too.
Magic got the fuck out of the Dodge.
because he knew.
He knew he
She
was
was
some
a
Fuck out of
fuckery.
Dodge.
And Rob Pelinka and fucking Kurt Rambis running
And,
the show.
and Kurt Rambis' wife
Yeah,
are consulting.
her personal advisor.
She was the captain on her high school basketball team. She averaged a double, 10 and 10.
Stop fucking with me, man. That's not gonna get it done, bro. This is not.
I don't know. I think it's I don't know. I don't think it's bad. I feel like, I mean, other people along the lines definitely deserved a chance more, but I mean, JJ's whole career is based on how can he create ways for him to be successful. He was never uber athletic. He never was a scorer. But he had a really good career. And he had to figure it out. And he knows basketball.
My thing is, I'm not against JJ getting a job. I just don't think that's the situation. I don't think that's the direction the Lakers need to go in. I don't doubt that he could be a coach in the
They
NBA.
can go scout Monty Williams for the damn Pistons. They can do something.
What would you say to people that would say, well, Pat Riley was the fucking announcer?
He was at least an assistant before. So he was on the bench. That's what I'm saying. Like, if JJ
For a
really...
year.
Okay, right. It was a sexy look. If he would at least do a fucking Herm Edwards and break down film and tape so we could know he know X's and O's, then maybe it'd be more compelling.
He does.
He does?
His whole
Like
podcast
that whole
is X's and
podcast.
O's.
Okay, maybe I must not be watching.
yeah.
He knows a lot about basketball.
Well, not which podcast you watching? Because he has two.
He
The
doesn't
one with
know.
Rob?
I ain't watching none of it evidently because I didn't
Because
know.
he had one long before him in LeBron.
Yeah, that's why I said which one.
He was a hell of an analyst.
But I'm talking,
to this.
is he like fucking
Yes.
what's
He's
the
like
red face
that.
football coach name? Gruber?
Gruden?
Yeah.
Is he
Yeah,
doing
he's like that.
breaking down film like that?
Yes, he's like
In the
that.
trenches?
And and when he's announcing, he's explaining the game like he knows what he's talking
He knows
about.
So he's Tony Romo.
No, he's not predicting plays. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
But I'm saying is he hasn't done it though. I mean that's cute. It's for entertainment purposes, I would imagine.
He knows his
He
shit.
knows
Herm has
shit,
done
man.
it. Gruden has done it, so that's different. But I get what you're saying though.
All right.
Listen, he
I'm
had
with y'all.
He had one of them stints.
I'm not knocking a nigga getting it. Not a nigga, but I'm not knocking him getting his opportunity.
There's white niggas out there. Go ahead.
I'm not knocking JJ getting his opportunity, but I'm with y'all. This is a team that needs a vet coach.
For sure.
This team.
Not
I'm
a-
not knocking him getting his
When has LeBron ever been successful with a vet coach?
When has he been successful with a rookie coach?
They fired him. They fired him before he ever got started.
And Spoelstra was supposed to get fired, and he had no resume.
Okay, I get that.
Listen,
I'm just saying, we're acting like a vet coach has always been the answer for Bron, and it never has.
they fired him before he got a chance to get started. And I keep bringing up Paul Silas' name.
Yeah, that's the only time.
If y'all watch some of them damn highlights I sent y'all,
Frank Vogel.
where Paul Silas had this dude catching the ball.
Drink Vogel,
If Paul Silas had the opportunity to coach LeBron them 70 years to them Mike Brown doing it, might you see something different today?
maybe, but that's an if.
There ain't no
Shoulda, coulda,
fucking.
woulda.
That's a guaranteed fact because they
That's
went
a-
from 17 to 35, and that coach had a lot to do with
It's a
it
shoulda,
because he
coulda,
coached
woulda.
that player. No, ain't no shit coulda woulda.
100%, because you have no proof to show that.
I got
gave you
35
That's
games of an 18-year-old kid winning and as a rookie as Paul Silas is his coach as the fucking evidence that you need.
Okay, 35 wins is the evidence I need.
They won 17 games the year
Sample
before.
size.
17-35.
And they didn't have Paul Silas. Was Paul Silas the coach? That sorry ass team? That was
That was I think Lucas.
yes.
That's not telling
Lucas
me
Senior.
anything, man. That's not telling me anything.
It just where he caught the ball. He wasn't even the primary point guard back then. He was just playing ball.
He was the two.
And that's the evidence. And ever since then, after that rather, that's when he became ball dominant. Because Paul Silas was coaching him properly. After that, it was like, it's your show, bro. This is what you, oh, okay, we'll give you, you know, Mike Brown's a, okay, we'll do that. Yeah. In the cup. I'm telling you, that was his first and only coach in the NBA.
Hey, I'm cutting that up and I'm sending that shit to Mike Brown. Bro.
That's hilarious.
Paul Silas was his first and only coach.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Hey, Clutch Sports, if you disagree, I'm cool with that. But in my opinion, Paul Silas was his first and only coach. After that, he been player coach.
It's worked out for him.
Yes, it has. However, I believe it'd be a little bit more. That disappearance in 2011 wouldn't have happened if Paul Silas got a chance to coach him longer. He already been built for it tough by then. But like you said, it's an if.
I mean, JJ, you know,
I mean,
he
maybe,
set the
maybe,
bench his last year. He
maybe they
wasn't
should
playing.
just-
He did the UD role. That's in the bench. That
Maybe-
was his job there.
Maybe they should just let LeBron coach the Lakers. Let him double dip in the compensation plan.
Benny
That's
Wilkins
why-
did it.
That's why you get a rookie coach. Someone to bounce off the
They
play.
just
when
had
it's-
one,
when it's-
technically.
When it's
He
crunch
did.
time.
That
And,
was
he-
his first job as a head coach.
Technically, they just had one.
and his X's and O's and his time management and all that shit was terrible.
Darvin Ham was really the assistant coach.
And he was bad at it. LeBron should have been calling the timeouts, all that shit for them then, because he was not good at it.
He checked himself in and out. He may as well fucking been calling the timeout.
He should have been, because they probably would have been a little bit better. Because he was not it.
Man.
I personally would have made that move, though. I do agree, but I don't think it's that bad. I think they have to take risks now. I feel like whatever their game plan was prior to this, after 2020, has not been it. So it's like,
Well, we
Try
talked
something new,
in length about that, about how they shot themselves in the foot.
try
after that
something new.
championship.
At this point, you got 2 years left, swing for the fucking fences.
Well, Bron hasn't opted into his contract, so we don't know what's going on over there.
It's true. It's gonna be an interesting offseason. But look, to put a cap on this, do y'all think they signed JJ?
No, I hope not.
And if not, who are they signing?
I hope it's a wild card that we ain't heard about yet.
Rhythm spoons.
I like that Bud. The better one.
Yeah, I'm with
Budenholzer,
that.
I would-
He would, that would have been if they knew they was gonna fire Salami and Ham, then
That is fucking.
Salami and him is crazy. I like it. I like it.
they knew they was gonna fire Salami and Ham.
Man.
Then
Hold on.
they
I
should
have my hand in my pocket.
they should have been they should have been called they should have had meetings with Budenholzer before he was pried away by the Suns. And that terrible roster construction that
Man.
what's his name? I can't
Champ.
remember. Champ then put the fucking together out
James
there.
Jones.
James Jones. Thank you for helping me with that. I'm not gonna be as quick off the gun because I don't have my laptop. I thought I was gonna go back home and I didn't. So if you got something to start at 5, please. I mean fast break, please shoot it out. Oh, so I'm gonna refrain from using foul language here because the topic I'm getting ready to bring up. But much is going on in the WNBA as it relates to the Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever this past week with a hip check or a forearm shiver, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Clothesline. You can call it a variety of things.
It wasn't no clothes.
I'm just,
No, Angel Reese got clothes on.
Oh, did she?
and, right, there you go, entertainment purposes. And so we know that
The big leagues.
Caitlin Clark is now the rare heir of the WNBA.
Box office.
And
As
I
Stephen
think-
A would say,
and
box office.
And I think other players are taking exception
We
to
gonna get
it,
into that.
or they just being physical with her. I don't know, either or. It was stated, it was highlighted that game had 1.8 million viewers, which
Because
is
it was Angel and Caitlyn again.
substantial for their viewership.
Yeah.
All right. So people are tuning in for one reason or the other. I'm not gonna say it's one thing or the other, one player or the other, right? But it's been physical with Caitlyn. So with that being said, is her teammates weak, or is the league just trying to take advantage of just bring her in as a rookie?
So my thing about this, and some people are saying it, is the media did this to her. Cause y'all was hyping her up, coming out of college, well deserved. Girl can hoop, not taking that away from her. Girl can
100%.
hoop. But this is the same thing that LeVar Ball did to his son. You hyped him up. Oh, he gonna come in here, wreck shop, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And Pat Bev was talking about this on Gil's Arena. He's like, and when we seen them game one, I made it my responsibility. You not getting off. I want to see. I want to see if you about to come in here and wreck the league. No pun intended to Johnny Manziel.
Sure.
But and then I said this. I said this before the draft happened. These girls are going to compete. They compete. They've been brought up as young women to compete. They're not about to let her walk in here and just be shooting fucking threes from half court and just be okay. Thanks, Caitlin, because people watch. No, I'm about to check. I'm about to play defense, girl. You're not about to come in here and just average 30 on our head. Like, what the fuck is this? So I think the media should take blame for what's going on with her.
No, for sure.
And they're not. They just trying to pacify the shit. Oh, they need to chill out and they going too hard on Kate. Like, bro, what kind of shit is this?
I agree.
Do y'all want them girls to compete, or do y'all just want her to just come in here and just let Kayla shoot whenever the fuck she feel like it?
Niggas ain't about to lay down to y'all
And
savior.
Imagine you've been doing this your whole life, and then now all of a sudden she's bringing attention. She hasn't done anything like that. People develop subconsciously or consciously some type of animosity, and I'm gonna play hard as hell when I play you. Since you get all the attention, I'm gonna show them what I can do now because I've been doing this for 5 years, 10 years. I'm a 2-time Finals MVP. I'm an MVP in this league, and this never happened here. But now all of a sudden, this person that never stepped foot. All right, I'm gonna show them. And now it's time to show them.
But and like, let's be honest, like the same way they crowned LeBron when he was young coming into the league, everybody had a chip on their shoulder when it was time to see LeBron, even when he was in high school.
His own teammates.
That's something you gotta deal with. So it's like nobody's feeling sorry for Caitlin. Like John said, you a great player, but this is what comes with when they put that target on your back, when they crown you before you earn it.
Absolutely. And Diana Taurasi told him, like, dang, y'all in for a rude awakening when y'all get to this league.
Mm-hmm.
She warned y'all.
And they tried to make it seem like she was bitter and all this other shit.
Man. And two things can be true. Like, it's like just so said, like, hell yeah, if I was one of the players I've been busting my ass for 4 or 5 years, we haven't been getting no coverage, and all of a sudden, Caitlin Clark come along, and now all of a sudden the whole world is watching, I feel some type of way too. Mm-hmm. That's just normal human nature.
Nigga, I can hoop too. Like,
Right.
what the fuck?
I've been hooping. I've been doing this.
And like people got this whole narrative like, oh, they hating on her, they hating
Physical,
on her.
man.
It's
It's
like,
competition, bro.
That's my whole
Competition,
thing.
bro.
Like, what y'all want them girls not to compete against her?
They've been doing this before she got here.
And the greatest are gonna invite that shit. She's gonna I want to play the best version of all y'all, so I could cook all y'all and show y'all what I can do.
Exactly.
That's how you should be thinking when you're playing. I know
And-
Angel Reese think like that. She
No,
be out
but
there doing her thing.
but to
Exactly.
EB's point about Angel Reese getting clothesline, Angel Reese getting the same experience.
Exactly.
But they not cut.
They not talking about
they
that.
They didn't spend a whole fucking 3 days talking about her getting clothesline.
Exactly.
No, they didn't.
They talked about it for the brief moment. And all right, let's move on.
But it's also
was it
because
a-
she's playing pretty well. And she got the fuck up and was like, she wasn't on the ground looking like she about to cry. Like that, she accepted that
Was
shit.
that clothesline called a flagrant foul?
She got ejected, I think.
She got a flagrant too for that shit.
The player that clothesline
Yeah.
injuries?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to say because if nothing happens, something wrong with the NBA.
No.
I
They
think
She got she
got to get you.
But then she got ejected the next day, right? Or the next 2 days.
No, the girl from the Sky got they got an upgrade to a flagrant 1. The Lissa Thomas that clothesline Angel Reese, she was ejected during the game.
Okay.
And Angel Reese got the villain role. She said she embraces
They're
it.
embracing it.
And
But
she's
that's
the
what you're
and
supposed
Caitlin
to
Clark's
do.
the hero, so it's like, you know,
That's
that
what
shit,
you're supposed
of course
to
she's gonna
do,
get the
though.
coverage. She's not playing. She's
Why
not
is
playing
that,
particularly
dog?
well.
Hey, Don, why would that be?
Right. I'm so surprised.
Somebody got a ring beating her, and the other one ain't got no jewelry.
None. Well, she's a great hope.
And then, but look, I think it's just something like, I'm paraphrasing because I ain't really do my homework or research on it, but it's just a loose conversation I had with EGs, and it was some shit Mace was saying about the way Angel carries herself versus Caitlin Clark and the way Angel dressed and the way she. But it's like, that's who she
That's
is.
who she is. Y'all
And
let
then-
the niggas come in there wearing
like-
security vests.
And it's like, to me, like, it's like the same thing with AI. Like, he came into the league and he was his authentic self. Like, I'm not about to change who I am just so I can appeal for my brand to be what you want it to be. My brand is my authentic self. And if it don't align with the bigger companies, then them ain't the motherfuckers I need to be getting money with.
Before Angel Reese, I was not on Instagram seeing the player walk through the tunnel or walk into the locker room with their outfits and they're doing outfits. We were not looking at that shit. And these are women, so it's like, you know, they dress differently. They're all different kinds of women.
Treat mine.
I wasn't. Alright.
Nothing
You
to
may have
see
seen
here,
it.
folks.
I wasn't just.
No, I heard you, Jay. I'm fucking
feel
with
me?
you. I'm fucking with you.
And now every time we're seeing the social media posts, they're checking out outfits, what they got on, like that shit. That's part of it. So they invite AI changed the game. AI had people wearing sleeves, headbands, braids, like that shit brought attention to the NBA and gave it a boost that it needed. Now NBA is a fucking fashion contest. Like Kyle Kuzma is at the Met, Ben Simmons at the Met. He ain't play. So it's like, what the fuck is going on? And he's like that shit. She changes the game. She changes the game. That's
I'll
part
tell
of
you
it.
what it
That
is.
little guy.
I'll tell you what it
Man, that
is.
little gas sweater.
And here's the semblance. And like you said, you know what I'm saying?
And that nigga 16.
Half
But,
court.
no, that's what it's low as fuck.
They looking at Kate and Clark to do to the WNBA what Steph Curry has done to the NBA. That's what they comparing it on.
Mm-hmm.
They want that recognition. You know, hey, everybody can shoot 35 footers off the dribble. But that's what they want, and that's also being a media driven narrative on a daily basis. That's what they want. And so if she's hurt, then she can't shoot threes.
Exactly.
They don't want that. So they gonna have to pick their poison.
But EB, to your point, when Steph did that, what year was that?
Exactly. I was just about to
Yeah,
say
Steph
that.
didn't
They
come
gave
in
him
the league.
time.
Steph didn't come into the league doing that
I was
shit.
about to say that.
Right. But it's already relevant.
But he put
That
the
style
work.
of play.
We seen Steph put the work in. That girl has done nothing yet.
Well,
Nothing. And that's why the other girls in the league are taking that shit personal. Like, y'all, cool, yeah, she bought, and like I said this a month ago or 2 months ago during the tourney, I've seen girls hoop just like her. It's just, I don't know what it was about her. Maybe it was the Steph Curry effect now.
Yeah,
but I've seen, I used to watch Diana Taurasi do the same shit at UConn that she doing now.
Facts.
You did say that.
Candace Parker, Maya Moore, get buckets.
I've seen it before.
But the Steph Curry comparison, and yes it is, but Steph had to put the fucking work in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he knows ankles weren't gonna hold up.
Exactly. They weren't.
They
And he had
weren't.
to find the perfect formula, find the perfect coach,
He had to
find
get the
perfect
right ankle
teammates.
braces and everything.
That shit worked out.
I'm not.
But it's also copycat. So it's like
What's the
Steph,
word?
no,
Kids
there was no
use?
other Steph, so no one was expecting Steph to be Steph. And then then we saw what happened with Trae Young. Trae Young is supposed to be the next step. He was polarizing college basketball and stuff like that. So now it's a copycat. Nobody's gonna get that chance. If you can shoot, you're the next step. If you're not making it, you suck. That's just
But
how
you
the
go,
world's
but you
gonna
got,
be
you
now.
know, but it's going, but you know, when they was in college, they had the ultimate green light. It didn't win the NCAA championship for either one of them, right? So it's just what appeals to the masses. I'm telling you, that's what it really is. And it done, and excuse me, and listen, I'm not ashamed to say this. Her skin color helps her, right?
For sure.
Because again, you know, I'm old school, and I saw Cheryl Swoops do shit that I've never seen a woman do before in the '90s. When they did Cheryl Miller before her, I'm quite sure it was somebody before them that did this shit. So this ain't nothing new, but it's the new shiny, you know, Lamborghini. It's coming off of the lot. It was made by hand. There's only 3 of them in the whole fucking world. Okay, and that's what this girl is to the WNBA. And shame on WNBA for not being more remarkable than what it is until somebody came from
100%.
fucking Iowa. That's your fault that you didn't market
Because
your
y'all
brand
had
properly.
plenty of peace stars that came.
Plenty.
Since I
Of
was
all
a fucking
shades
kid,
and persuasions.
Facts.
Yeah, plenty.
You think
Bird.
Kobe and
Bird.
Bron and KG like affected like NBA teams drafting kids out of high school?
For sure.
No. Eddie
I-
Curry.
not
And-
that
I was
it's-
about to say,
not
I was
that
about to
it's-
say Eddie Curry did.
Somebody for the positive.
Eddie Curry fucked that up. Andrew Bynum taking as long as, even though he hit for them, what you want to say, 2.5, 3 years for the Lakers. But he got drafted in what, 05,
Yeah,
06?
he was on the show.
But no, what I'm saying is like
he was way off the wall.
like Kobe getting drafted out of high school. They gave him his time. Like Steph had his time, and then he became who Kobe is. Then Bron gets drafted out of high school, and he's fire out the gate. So now everyone's like, we're looking for the next dude out of high school to just be great out the gate, and they sucked. And then they changed the rule.
Okay, let's transition to this generational topic that's been flying about over the past couple weeks. Now that you bring that up, yeah, that's true because I agree with
Copycat.
no chill Gil. Yeah, LeBron is generational because his body was ready for the league and also his mind. I mean, I think that's the part that
No, for
people
sure.
He was locked in
don't
high
need
school.
that.
That's
That
just
probably
that's
overlooked.
different. You know,
And once again, Paul Silas was on the bench. I'm gonna keep saying that shit until the day I die.
Oh yeah, Brian had a different mindset than ever.
and nobody thinks about
like,
that. They
he
just say
wasn't-
kid out of high school
Right.
that's athletic. Oh, he could play in the NBA. He's gonna be great out the gate like LeBron, and that's
He wasn't a project
and that changes everything
that
for
they
the
had,
next
to,
guy.
they had to put together.
People were saying he was ready at 16. He was in NBA runs playing on Jordan's team. Like, you hear stories now. LeBron documentary gonna be crazy. When his documentary come out, that shit is gonna be insane.
But
He was saying he was ready at 16.
They gonna be like the last what?
that shit.
When that shit come out.
That shit fucks it up for everybody else though.
But
And it boosts egos. Like, so Steph Curry had to earn that shit, and now Caitlin Clark has to deal with it at the gate. She has to be the female Steph Curry in the league. That shit just happens all the time.
Yeah, true.
But going back to that, but the WNBA game is not. Well, I don't watch enough of it to say this, so I can't say it wholeheartedly. But the WNBA is ground and pound, ain't it? Like bruises on the inside, post up. It's not a 3-point league, is it?
Starting to be. They trying to transition.
it is because it's
I think it's guard centric. I think the best players, except for the champions.
So I gotta
well,
watch
Alyssa
more.
Thomas is a big.
I gotta
and
watch
she
more.
was second, and she was second in MVP voting last year. And it's, I want to say the WNBA is like mid 2000s NBA basketball.
Okay, so it's ground and pound.
It has different. Everybody, you remember back then, everybody had a different flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how the WNBA is. You know, the NBA now, everybody trying to shoot threes. The WNBA is everybody has a different. They play to the strength of their team.
Their roster, yeah.
Right. Okay.
So like you were saying, like Vegas, we got the best big in the fucking game, so she's gonna touch the ball down here,
That she should.
and then we play around that.
And see, that's the difference. So the way that she plays, unfortunately to other ladies, is marketable. The way you play isn't. Now, you can bruise her up, I don't give a fuck. But she gonna have to go home and learn how to take it. No homo.
100%. That's part of
Right.
the growth.
Right.
That's not.
Yeah, that's-
Okay. Shit, 'cause I see
we
she-
talking about the W.
So I
Yeah,
see
she
she-
can do it.
okay,
That's that fly. That can fly.
Take that part. Motherfucker. No, but look. She can take it. But look.
All right,
So the way,
Too ditty with it, though.
see, everybody on that goddamn pause button. I'm gonna remove it off my VCR. I mean, they don't. No, but the way she plays is marketable,
Yeah.
and the way they play isn't. Now, it's marketable if your name it's not Shaquille O'Neal. What's her name again?
Asia Wilson.
Asia Wilson. She's something like Shaq.
It's different.
She's
Not quite.
Is she
Because
Dirk?
they're not like
That's what I'm
physically
saying.
dominant. It's like
Right.
it's like Zebo. Like he not posterizing someone in the post, so it's not the same. It don't look
So
the same.
when you
Well,
Adam
Asia
Silver,
Wilson can dribble. She can take you off the dribble. It's just
That's not
so when you Adam Silver and you putting all the promos together for the season coming up, Zach Randolph is not a part of your promotional, ensemble.
exactly.
This she is.
Right.
So
But
that's what the issue is. She's marketable.
yeah.
Look, girls, I'm sorry. She's marketable. Y'all done had what, 25, 26 years to become marketable?
28.
28 years to become marketable, and you didn't. Now, you had your greats, you had your Low Bows and your Leslies and your Swoops and your Coopers and your Birds and your Tarazis.
They marketable.
They are marketable. They are, I'm not saying they are not marketable, but she is the fucking market. Like you can just pull up your cars up in the park lot and you can see, what's her name?
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin. Like, Target. The other girls over there, the the pop stores. I'm sorry.
But it's true though, because they don't do the same numbers. Like the numbers, but my thing is, it's not just Caitlyn, like Angel was saying, it's me too.
Yes.
The numbers them two girls put up and it's translating to the WNBA now. So it's like, it's just business at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, I'm sorry.
Hey, that's cool. She gonna keep getting picked up 94 feet. She gonna keep getting face guarded.
So her coach is gonna have to make the adjustment. And that's
suck.
where
They're terrible.
And that's why I got the number one. And that's why I got the number one pick.
Yeah, they're
2
bad.
years in a row.
You feel
They're
me?
bad.
They got the 2 top picks on the team.
Now Mike Sheehan played for the
They
Aces
need a
They
Draymond.
might, yeah, definitely look different. Yeah,
or the
yeah.
Liberty or
They
somebody
need a
like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Right.
But that was my
Text
point,
them.
and everybody was talking about, well, y'all got them playing the best teams in the league. Well, y'all told us that this girl was gonna wreck shop and take it. So we gonna put y'all against our. You gotta play the big dogs. You supposed to be her.
Big dog, yeah.
You supposed to be her. You supposed to be Michael. You supposed to be Michael Jordan. Cause that's what she really is. She's supposed to be Michael Jordan. She's supposed to take us over the edge. Come prove it.
They might end up changing the rules just for her.
Of course they are.
The Clark rules.
Yep.
All right. So
Man.
the Caitlin rules. All right. So going back to that previous conversation about
Oh, and I got the Aces winning it all again.
Gil's generational talents or players or whatever the case may be. In regards to Steph Curry, he was part of the last segment as well. Generational, what do you say, call him a generational player or shooter?
But
Not talent.
He called him a game changer.
Game changer.
Oh, yeah, I
and
remember
then,
that.
And then some
He said
people
Joker
came
too,
out
didn't
and then even put Steph Curry in their top 10. I mean, I'm just saying this is what it is.
Tracy McGrady.
Okay, T-Mac. Okay, respect his opinion.
Oh, excuse me. Bad back Mac, according to Brandon
Right.
Jennings.
From the B. Jennings.
Tracy McGrady will get all them buckets. But that's neither here nor there.
Well,
So,
it was just Brandon Jennings because
Okay.
everybody else on the couch was taking it back and
Yeah,
blasting this
they
shit he
know
was
what's up.
saying out his mouth. But go ahead. I'm
But
sorry.
he known
T-Mac
for
was
doing
saying?
that shit.
Or that
No,
Brandon
this
Jennings was
Brandon
saying?
Jennings was
Okay,
saying. Brandon
got you.
Jennings
All
was
right,
saying.
got you.
He tried to get
Are
the
they
fuck
right though? Because like we to the point I guess he said Magic, nobody was a point guard, 6'9" back then doing what he was doing. I think he put Shaq in there because you just knew when he stepped on the court it was going to be a
Shaq,
problem.
Wilt, Magic, LeBron, Wemby, and then he started going into like he said Tiger, Michael Phelps, Serena Williams,
Right. Think about it.
Bo Jackson, Mike Tyson.
Shit. Well,
Yeah.
He said Deion. So
I see no fallacies in that argument.
He said that the criteria is no one could, or you could replicate Steph Curry, what Steph Curry does on the court. And I don't think that's true.
I don't think so either.
So okay, and when he broke it down like this, and it made sense. So he said, okay, all the people that I just named, including Steph Curry, if you didn't know what the fuck they were doing athletically, and you just had them people in front of you, would Steph Curry be out of all the people I named, and I forgot, he was somebody else, but out of all the people I named, if you just line them up physically, just their physical appearance, you didn't know what the fuck they were about to. They about to do a competition, but you don't know what it is, and you had them to pick out of them. Would Steph Curry be out of the people I just named? Would Steph Curry be out in the top 5 of them people?
No. He'd probably be last.
That's what he meant when that's a generational talent. Like just their athletic
it's just
prowess.
not skill, it's the makeup. You know what I mean?
Supposed to look.
But that's not.
You can't replicate LeBron.
talent. That's not
You can't. There's not another 6'9" nigga 270 running 4'4".
But it's not just about talent. It's about all of it. The skill, the look, the talent. That's what makes someone generational.
And we just said Steph
all
Curry had to
combined.
work to get to where he at. And that was
That's why
that was my
Kobe
point
too,
about
right?
my point about the AI and Steph Curry argument. Nobody was talking about Steph Curry being better than Allen Iverson when he was starting in the league. He had to work his way to getting there.
He's a worker.
Same thing with Kobe. They say about Kobe.
He's a worker.
They don't say Kobe generational. Kobe had to build his way to be who he was.
I don't think that's the same though, because his
maybe not, but it's similar.
What makes him generational is his shooting. He always had that. He was just never healthy, and he wasn't necessarily a complete point guard. But you can't tell me that people could do and be successful with Steph Curry, his skill set. That's rare. You could go down at his size, whatever. Part of him being not physically imposing is what makes his greatness. Is no one expected that. He doesn't look like it, and he's a killer on the court. And he shoots out the gym. Like, he changed the whole game. That's generational. He changed how basketball is played at every level from when he took over the league to now.
I will argue with that is that in none of those previous generations or eras of basketball, nobody shot fucking 23s in the night. So we don't know that. Like, if Ray Allen was given the opportunity to shoot that bitch.
I was called crazy when I said that.
If Ray Allen was given the opportunity to shoot it, the three, that is. I'm talking about Milwaukee and Seattle. Mainly Seattle Ray Allen.
Ray came out of high school, didn't he?
No, he
went to
Oh yeah, he went to UConn. Okay.
If Ray Allen got a chance to shoot that pill 15 times a night, and that kind of offense,
Man.
so
That's. I'm not saying that.
and remember he had to
shooting.
catch them too, right? Because Ray was at the top of the list. He had to
His
catch them.
range. That's generational. Off the dribble range. That's game changing.
That is.
But we seen Dame do it.
Yeah,
And win. I mean, all right, you're right. Winning has nothing to do with it.
I'm going to the gym.
That's not fair.
Well,
You're right.
the winning aspect is the team component.
Right.
Stop that. But the range aspect.
He walked it back down.
I did already. You ain't had to talk to me like that. I already said it. Okay. Get your rocks off.
I just said stop
I'm gonna have
that.
something for you too. Don't worry.
I just said stop that.
Don't worry. I got a couple in the chamber.
Look.
But off the dribble shooting, we've seen Dame do that.
And I told you, I told you Mark Price was doing that shit in the 80s.
Oh, and I gotta find what the fuck I was watching, and I gotta who was I was watching Knuckleheads. Who were they interviewing? And they was giving Mark Price all the love. And I meant to send that shit to you. I gotta find it, nigga. I gotta find it.
No, but I'm not trying to dog walk you just though. I'm just saying the winning is the team component. But that's to me. I think Steph Curry might fall into that Kobe Bryant category where he's just an absolute workaholic, and that's part of his routine. And because remember in the beginning, Kerr would be like, "Oh no," and then after the shit go, he go, "Oh yeah," and I think he kind of got accustomed to what Steph does.
So
Well, I feel
is
like
KD generational?
But generational is also having a skill set that nobody else can do. Similar to like how fast and skilled Deion Sanders was. Like nobody was doing what he was doing. Like Bo Jackson, somebody that big and that motherfucking fast, like nobody.
Well, no
was
like question.
That. I feel like
Bo Jackson's a generational talent.
I feel like they gotta get Steph some love as far as his ability to shoot is generational because like he literally changed the way the NBA.
He called him a game. He's what you're about to go ahead and finish your sentence. He's a game changer.
I still feel like that's generational.
But my thing is, it's no slight, but it's a specific
that's a
build and a look to a
I
generational
feel like
player.
if you could change the game like that, like
But-
you can say him and Kobe are game changers, but Kobe didn't change the game.
No.
Is Michael Jordan Michael Jordan's not
say
generational?
Mike, he wasn't mentioned.
He didn't say Mike.
I would, but let's go to
Mike.
his other comment with that was to back it up was when Clay went down, when Draymond went down, there was no playoffs.
That's what T-Mac said.
Okay, that's what McGrady said. So, if you're generational, well then you should be able to get everybody over the hump.
Oh, I got killed for that too in the group.
How?
You should be able to.
So LeBron missing the playoffs? He's not generational?
How often has that happened?
Stop. How often has he not had his second and third best player?
Ever? Really? Shit. The first 7
He took
years it
teams to the
was.
finals, but
That's not what I'm
saying.
But what I'm saying
He's
is,
saying he missed it. He led the league in scoring, and they were like the 10th seed. And when LeBron did that with the Lakers, we're just gonna.
But what I'm saying is, but okay.
You told me winning's a team
I get
thing, so that doesn't
I get
matter.
that, but we talking about Bron out of the gate. It was no question.
That was far as top. That's far as being on his top 10. That had nothing to do with
That had nothing to do with that.
That was far as
that was T-Mac.
That was T-Mac, so that's not the generational.
No.
All right,
T-Mac
all right.
talking about
Then
top 10.
I digress.
Just tell me
then.
winning doesn't matter. So
I digress.
None of that shit
I
matters.
ain't saying
That was
it
T-Mac
matters.
talking about
I
top
said winning is a
10.
team component.
So why does this matter in this conversation?
Okay, no,
You just
I
told
had
me
to-
that. You
I had
told me
to
to
walk
stop
it back
that.
because it
You
wasn't
told me to
relevant.
stop that. You
It
just said that
it
shit.
wasn't
You
relevant.
just said that.
It wasn't relevant.
It's still
because
not.
It was the same topic.
It's still not.
So you still got to use your
Yeah,
voice. He always does.
Let me ask you this: would Mike Vick be generational?
Yeah,
my opinion,
he would
yes.
have to be.
I'm saying Steph.
So if Mike Vick is, then Steph Curry.
I'm
is.
saying Steph is generational, man. Just because.
If Mike Vick is, Steph Curry is.
I gotta give it to Mike Vick too.
So,
But it's like, wow, my God, Randall Cunningham. You could have said the same about Randall Cunningham.
How so?
Because Mike Vick is just more. I would say he's just a little bit more electrifying, but he was doing the same thing Randall Cunningham was doing.
So is Ray Allen generational?
Ray Allen.
because
I see your point.
Reggie was shooting that bitch off ball screens.
Yeah.
Ray Allen was pulling up, taking up bitches off of the dribble too.
Yeah, you make a point.
And I don't know who his coach was. Who was his coach out there in Seattle? Was that
I like that. That Ray Allen one makes sense.
Yeah,
who was his coach
Because
out
if
there?
Mike Vick is, then Lamar is.
I know they had Luke Rittenauer, Rashad Lewis. What's the fuck
I'm
coach?
stuck
Was it
on.
Terry
I'm
Shaw?
stuck on Steph and Dame. Because Dame does the same shit.
He does.
He does the same
he's
shit.
right there.
I'm talking range, like
And
everything that I just was about to say about Steph.
Right.
I could say the same shit about Dame.
Now,
And he was successful.
to your point, Steph's win in that argument is the winning.
Right.
No
But he was still
question.
successful. He still made it to the
Very-
conference
very
finals.
successful.
So, yeah.
And so that's
All right.
that's a product
I got
of
it.
work ethic,
That got
practice habits, routine, wherever it is that they step into. When the day that Shaq walked on the court, or Magic, or Tiger on the golf field, or Serena on that tennis court, you just knew, like, oh shit, was her serve 120 miles an hour? Yeah. How fast was Steffi Grabs? 86. Well, damn, she's a generational
me.
talent.
Wait, so how is Magic generational?
6'9" point guard.
That's what Bron is. Y'all told me he was a guard too.
Brian got to be up there too,
No, Bron.
Bron is
Bron
that.
is
No,
definitely
Bron.
that. Bron
I'm not
is
questioning
the-
Bron.
I wouldn't.
I'm saying Magic is a less athletic version of Bron, and with no shooting, like
Way
he
less.
has less skills than Bron, but they're the same size. They do the same shit.
That's
But
that
in the
goes
era,
into the
but
that
the thing
goes
is
into
the
the
era he
physique.
came in. It was
Yeah.
some shit
That
we
means he
never
changed
seen.
the game.
That
So
goes in-
Steph Curry, we didn't see that.
But it's not just that though. It's the
It's the
it's
physique,
the size.
it's the physique
It's all of that
about it
encompass.
also,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And he came into the league as
you
that.
can't- but you can't
It wasn't like he
replicate that.
developed into these. All these guys walked into the league and was that. Whether it's Bo Jackson, whoever, they walked into the league and they were the fucking man.
Magic
from
was
jump.
replicated though. I was told he
Nate
can't
McMillan.
replicate that. Magic was replicated with LeBron times 10.
But they both generational players though. It's just
Then
that
Steph has to be generational.
If Jordan,
Then
and
Mike
Kobe-
has to be generational.
Mike
If
has-
Magic is, then Mike has to be.
Yeah, I agree with Mike.
Now, I'm not trying to nitpick because I understand the point. I just changed my answer. Yeah, I don't think Steph Curry is generational, but he got to take some people off that,
What
or
was the
that
list
person off
again?
that list.
What was the list again?
Of who? Gil said?
The generational players that they had.
he said Will, Shaq.
He said Wilt, Shaq, Bron, Wemby.
So they,
all
okay.
these niggas is aliens.
They're freaks
bro.
of nature.
These niggas are.
That's what he was
aliens.
That's what
saying.
he said.
Okay.
So
That's what he
it's
said.
them being a freak
Okay.
coupled with the skill and
Yeah.
coming in instantly dominating.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
not. That's why
Okay.
Jordan's not on the
Name
list.
one.
That's why Kobe not on the list. Steph, you know what I mean? It's no slight. This is just his criteria. I'm going based on his
I feel like
criteria.
Jordan's athleticism could have made him a freak of nature because bitch was jumping out the gym.
But we already seen Dr. J.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
I gotta go redo the clip because I really don't remember him saying Mike.
I don't remember seeing him like
But he
that.
did say.
If they would have said Jordan, he would have been played.
I don't remember. I gotta go rewatch the
His
clip
key
again.
thing say you can't mimic it. So you can't mimic Shaq's body and have him do what he did. You can't mimic LeBron. But LeBron is a better version of Magic.
That's true. You got.
I'm not.
listen,
Yeah.
you got-
I'm not.
if you're gonna push back,
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm not mad at that. Like, yeah,
I'm sorry.
I
will say this
100%
line.
get what you're saying.
LeBron, Magic Johnson is not in LeBron James' realm.
He's not,
Nah,
but
nah.
but they're the same build. But LeBron, like I said, is top
Because-
10. He has all the
Because
other
Magic
attributes.
couldn't go left.
He wasn't an all-time defender.
Couldn't
Couldn't shoot.
Couldn't shoot. Not for average or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Magic, you know, what was his game?
Flash
Issue.
passes.
Bag you down.
The same hand behind
You know
the
what I'm
back
saying?
is
So,
crazy.
no,
That shit down
Magic,
pat.
you're great, man. Don't
No,
get
and
me wrong,
he
bro.
can
Like,
play multiple positions. The fact that he plays
And he
center,
plays center,
and all
yeah,
that,
I mean,
that
you
adds
know.
to his.
I mean, you know, it'd be a different
Like,
story if
okay.
we had to guard Moses Malone
we
ass
agree on
down
that,
there. Who they
We
got-
done with the.
If we agree on that, then Steph Curry's not generational.
Look at Magic.
I would, he's a,
Run down the
there's
whole court
something,
with the
Because if you
ball
open that
right
up,
here.
if you open that up, you're gonna have to add too many people to the
way
list.
too many.
Yeah.
He's
But-
definitely,
but
his
I-
skill set is generational.
But I feel like people.
That may not ever be
I feel like
duplicated.
people who change the game is a different conversation.
Yeah,
Because the
definitely.
motherfucker might make
I got you.
4,000
Definitely is on that.
Yeah.
Vic definitely is on that.
And being generational doesn't take away from your greatness. It's
The
just
motherfucker might make 4,000 threes before it's all said and done.
Nobody cares.
And
That's
that's
sick.
gonna be like John
That's
Stockton shit, uncatchable.
And then, but that's what they said. Now, like, and that's what another part of his argument. He was like, now, what if he's like, just hypothetically, he's like, now, what if Trae Young catch him? Would Trae Young be considered generational?
He had to win 7 rings.
That's what his
Which
point
ain't
was.
happening.
Like,
That makes sense.
y'all putting him up there because of records, and then he brought up John Stockton. He was like, is John Stockton generational?
yeah, nah, you're
No, he
right.
just had hella assists. Like,
Yeah.
Man,
While averaging 12 points a game.
I like that.
That's valid. That's
I like
valid.
that. I like that.
Maybe a little bit more John, my bad. Might be wrong. 14,
This was on
15.
Gil's Arena.
yeah.
Yeah, it
Shout
was.
out to them, man. Shout out to that. Shout out to them for that.
So what?
That's
So would Jim Brown count?
No, I was thinking that. I would say Jim Brown
Big
generation.
cross
Hell
button.
yeah.
I
think
would
he
100% say Jim Brown generation.
Motherfucker was getting 1,000 yards in 14 game seasons, had 10 bands in 9 years.
Nah, yeah. I think football's a little different though. It's hard to mimic motherfuckers in football.
That's crazy,
They
bro.
started
Brown
mentioning
is
Serena
insane.
and shit like that, so I'm thinking just other sports.
No, ain't no female ever came.
Man, she was shooting them bitches off that racket.
You know, she surpassed her sister. I didn't think she was gonna surpass her sister. She left her in the
She's
dust.
smoking.
But her dad, they dad
You know.
knew. She's like, no, that's the one right there.
You know,
The young-
Serena.
Pops to know. Pops to know.
Serena is a Maserati and Venus is a Toyota. Like you know.
No,
you
I
just-
ain't gonna take us like that.
okay, you should.
Well, first of all, Maserati is
She a
kind of
BMW.
trash. Let's do something else.
Miss Anderson did say the Maserati was trash.
Maserati.
No. She said the Aston Martin was trash.
Gee,
My fault.
they got money.
You gotta pick which one was trash. Or you can't even remember.
Actually, one was a tin can. Okay.
Yeah, she did call that bitch a 10 can.
That's Tom Brady's favorite car.
No, they paid him for it to be his favorite car.
Just like the
He was
Kia
in the
was Shaq
commercial, so
favorite.
yeah. Right.
So she's not
Buick.
So she's not.
Oh, the
Toyota?
Buick.
She's not
Kia
Toyota.
was LeBron.
She's not
the
Toyota.
K9.
She would be more like a Volkswagen.
Nigga, she gotta be a luxury
you're-
car. She gotta be a luxury
out
car.
the
Bro,
bullshit.
we not doing Venus
Oh,
like that. Like,
God
come
damn.
on, bro.
Okay, she an Audi.
Okay.
I got
That's
it.
a
Hold on.
I still don't even like that. I still don't even like
Audi's
that,
nice.
John.
Audi's nice.
Over a Toyota and a Volkswagen. Hell
She
yeah.
a Rolls Royce. She a Rolls Royce.
Ooh.
But
No, Serena is.
chill.
What?
Okay, I'll flip
Or
it.
one's the color and then the other's the
Serena
coupe
is
or
a
something.
Rolls Royce, and Venus is the Maserati.
I'll do that.
Okay.
That
all
works.
right.
Yeah, that's cool.
That works.
Yeah, that's cool.
But no disrespect to the Toyota, but come on.
It's for
Hey, very
entertainment
reliable
purposes.
car. Very reliable.
Right, when your
drive
MO is reliable
I drive
car, you
one.
understand. You know
Shit,
your
but
role.
Venus was way more
You
than
know
just
your space.
reliable.
No, for sure.
You know your space. Yeah, we can't do that. We can't do
That was crazy.
Entertainment purposes. Don't be so serious.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, what y'all got next? Go ahead.
Oh, so my man CJ Stroud, shouts out to him for having a great season. And on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast, Gilly asked him, what career would you rather have? He mentioned, would you rather have Aaron Rodgers' career or Eli Manning's? And first thing he said, well, Eli got 2 rings, so I got to go with Eli. And like, what you guys' thoughts about that? Because personally, against them two, I'm going with Aaron Rodgers. Even though I only been in one ball, I got all them fucking records. My touchdown to interception ratio is crazy.
Dumb.
Crazy.
Insane.
And he got how many MVPs? 3?
4.
1 MVPs? Like,
Come on.
Give me A. Rodgers, man.
So that's like Jetta saying I'd rather be Kadarius Toney than T.O.
That's insane.
He got the rings. It's all about winning.
Kadarius Toney's not Eli though, bro. That's just.
I'm not saying
That's
they're-
like the
Oh,
Tony
I got
shit.
something for y'all ass.
That's
Go.
what John-
I got something for y'all ass. Go.
Go ahead.
Get y'all shit up. Y'all done?
I'll chime in, but go ahead. I'm
Two
chime in.
quarterbacks.
I agree with Dom.
Quarterbacks. Between them two quarterbacks, I would rather definitely have Aaron Rodgers' career.
It's tough though because Eli got the moments. Eli got the crazy moments, history moments,
Yeah.
and A-Rod got some history meltdowns, and that's not cool. Especially when you look at the career totality.
Right.
Nobody seen Eli as being the upper echelon quarterback, and he was still able to accomplish some great things that not even accomplished quarterbacks or generational talented quarterbacks were even capable of doing.
But even with all of that though, Don, right? You wouldn't consider Eli all-time great though, right?
You wouldn't. But,
You know what I'm saying?
But them 2 rings, they hold a lot of weight.
No question.
And he beat your GOAT twice. He beat
Yeah.
the greatest football player ever.
The moments mean
Twice.
something. The moments do mean something, but I got it. When they put it like that, I got to go around. That's just personal.
So who y'all taking? Tom Brady or Peyton Manning?
The machine
I'm
versus the
I'm
GOAT.
taking Tom.
Why?
Because he got the records and the rings.
He has both.
Peyton
Got
got
the
records
records
too.
in.
How many
Peyton
years did
got
he
rings
play?
too.
He played a lot.
I'd rather have that career.
I'm playing.
matter.
I'm
The
playing
years played
that
don't
long.
matter.
Let's add a caveat.
Years
in
played
that.
don't matter.
Let's say Peyton never had.
I'm done. I'm done.
Let's say
I'm done.
Let's
You just
add
contradicted the fuck out yourself. But go
Let's,
ahead.
let's say Peyton doesn't have a career-changing injury, too. Right?
But that's his career.
That's a good point.
It doesn't matter.
No, but he still had a phenomenal career. But let's say he never ever.
That's not
You know what I'm saying?
How's that contradicting?
Y'all won the good. I got you. Go ahead.
That's
And in that argument, I like the machine.
Go ahead.
Right, that's two different. That's
Why?
that's
It's the same
different.
thing.
How many? No, because it's the difference. It's like
Why did you pick A-Rod? Oh, shh. Why did you pick A-Rod over Eli?
Because even though A-Rod only has 1 bowl compared to Eli's 2, it's only 1 Super Bowl difference. A-Rod got all the records.
Who had all the records when he retired?
When he retired, Peyton Manning had them.
And how many years did Tom play after Peyton?
I don't remember the number, but it was a good amount.
Peyton retired in 2016.
Yes, he
Tom,
did.
what year did Tom retire?
21.
21.
How many years is that?
Okay.
I'd rather have a longer career.
Right. All right. So and when you
Another
put
career.
those two against each other, I'm going to go with Tom. That's not contradictory.
And it's a difference of 5 rings.
Right. And Tom's
The difference between
Tom-
1 and 2 rings
He
and
might not
then
have all
have a
of it.
500 record for my career or be A-Rod, I'd rather have that.
And we just had the conversation before this. We was just talking about what were rings?
Those are team.
You picked A-Rod because he's a better quarterback than Eli, right?
He is.
Oh, okay. So your reason of picking Tom was because he has 5 more rings. So something's not adding up here.
And a lot of
the math
records,
isn't
a lot of
mathing.
records also.
The math isn't mathing.
He has a lot of records also.
The math isn't math. How many MVPs does Peyton have?
He got more- he got
Oh,
more.
he has the most ever in NFL
And
history.
Tom Brady has
the
3.
Math, the math
How many does
isn't
Eli
mathing
have?
for me.
0. He has a 500 career
The
record.
math isn't mathing
That's not
for
the
me.
same thing.
Because even though Peyton Manning got all them accolades, got all them records, I also seen this nigga lose in a fucking divisional round at the number 1 seed plenty of times.
Aaron Rodgers too.
Aaron Rodgers also. That's why I say the moments count. I seen Tom Brady. He might have had a better defense. He might not have had the offense that Peyton Manning has had. But in clutch moments, he getting the job done.
But look, hold on, hear me out. Let me get in on this. Hear me out. I'm not
trying to
mad.
get that
I'm
shit.
not mad at what CJ said, cause knowing the way he thinks, he values team success more than individual success. So he'd rather have 2 rings with the Texans than just 1 with all these numbers that Aaron Rodgers has. I get why I want the rings. Fuck all that other shit. I want to win. I want to be on the mountaintop more times than not. So I'm not mad at CJ picking Eli over Aaron Rodgers. It's not a big deal to me. Like, I get it.
That's everybody. Everybody.
I mean,
And hold on, and then look at it in CJ's situation, right? The so-called Tom Brady of his era is Pat Mahomes.
So even though he can't do it because they in the same division, but him beating Pat Mahomes twice in the Super Bowl, look at it like that. That hold a lot of fucking weight.
That hold a lot of weight.
But
I don't know. I don't want my claim to fame just because I beat a guy for who he is. I don't know. I'd rather.
But even if it ain't that, even if it wasn't him, I still got 2 rings. I still won 2 rings.
But them 2 Super Bowls.
But that's part of his career. Is
Them
not,
2 runs was crazy though. Going to beating Brett Favre in Lambeau, going to San Francisco, beating them, like them. That's legendary type shit. But the moments count. But like,
And with Eli, you can't just say he was just like the game manager type. He made big fucking plays in those games. Like you can't Brock Purdy this nigga. You know what I mean?
But he's also like,
But he had terrible stretches in his career. But
a lot of them.
And you gotta add that
part of the game.
I don't know. I mean, I know the rings hold the weight always in those discussions, so I don't think picking either guys is terrible.
Joe Flacco or Dan Marino?
Dan Marino. But I don't hold weight to ring.
Yeah.
Dan Marino's in my top 10 if you want to go there.
Yeah, I'll take.
If you want to go there.
I'll take Marino.
Aaron Rodgers or Dan Marino?
Well, you're right.
I'll still take Dan.
But that's close though.
Yeah, that's close.
That's different.
I'll take A-Rod.
I mean,
Because of the 1 ring.
Dan Marino.
Because when you're
never
it's
had a
close
defense
like
worth
that, that's
missing.
why.
That'll be like the thing to get it.
Yeah, that makes the difference.
Not even because of the 1 ring. I like the fact that A-Rod touchdown to interception ratio.
So is the way.
I value the touchdown interception ratio. Like that really plays the parts in me because I mean, you throwing more touchdowns than you are giving away to the defense. So, I mean, that plays the part whenever I'm selecting shit like that.
And there are moments, like you say, you know, the clutch moments. Everybody want to succeed in the clutch and overcome the obstacles, right? But sometimes that opponent just got a better defense. They got you dialed in, and that shit happens too. But it don't. But do it really take away from everything else that you've done?
That's like a 50-50 situation. Because on one end, you're supposed to be that good because you got all the MVPs, which prove that you were the best player for that year. So you should be able to overcome some of those obstacles that are in your way, which could be some of those great defenses that's in your way. You got to overcome some of that shit. Sometimes you don't. That's just how the game goes. But I mean, you gotta have the moment sometimes where you overcome. That's what makes Tom Tom, because he overcame a lot of that shit. All these late game drives that people hold so high. That's what they last remember. They don't remember, oh, he threw a couple of ducks in the first and second quarter, but at the end of the game, he got his team to win because he made the plays down in the fourth quarter to get your team to win. That's what everybody remember last. So that's just how that shit goes sometimes. Aaron Rodgers, my fault, but Aaron Rodgers threw 3 touchdowns in the beginning. Then come the fourth quarter, we need a drive, and he not getting the ball in the end zone. So it's like sometimes that can be the gift and the curse of that shit sometimes.
Yeah. I get that too. But, you know, somebody got to come to your rescue.
But all right. Like here, hey,
Why ain't you blocked, goddammit? We lost 4 yards. Like it's so many moving parts. And we know Tom Brady's offensive line is like the Great Wall of China. So
football is the ultimate team sport, though.
I don't get talked about that.
but that line is the Great Wall of China.
For 18 years, we got the top 10.
Ancient it is. Ancient it is.
Not just one of the greatest coaches of all time, one of the greatest defensive minds of all time, and always had one of the top defenses. So
That's why he always frowned up, because he had your ass figured out. He didn't want you to figure him out. Like, I got some shit for you in the fourth quarter. I got some defense you ain't seen yet.
Seeing him now, definitely, he was definitely intentional.
You know what I'm saying? Very
straight face,
intentional.
poker face.
But look,
on
Giants.
that fourth quarter,
It's something even deeper though, right?
got something for you.
When you think about those Giants teams, right? When you go up a team, the defense is just as good as your defense. Tom Brady should edge at Eli Manning.
He should.
Shouldn't he?
He definitely should.
You should. But between them 2 quarterbacks, I still rather have Aaron Rodgers' career. And all them dime pieces he had, oh my goodness, come
Well,
on.
hold on. Hey, hold on.
It's not even close.
Eli married He's a family man.
Hey, that's cool too. That's all right with me.
However, if you ask me,
All right, next.
Hold
Hey,
on.
listen, man. Eli was in New York. We don't know what the fuck he was doing.
Right.
Let me read this comment to y'all real quick. What somebody was saying about the Packers. Right? He said this is based off that C.J. Stroud shit. He was saying, imagine being the Packers and having two of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play over the last 30 years and winning the same amount of Super Bowls as Eli Manning won.
That's a bar. That's a bar.
And they only went to 3.
Right.
That's a bar.
Well, that goes to show how crucial that game is.
depends on how you
Or,
look at it. If you give the quarterback the glory, then yeah, that looks terrible.
If Paul and
But if it's a
They
team
do
sport,
give all the quarterback the glory.
if Paul and
not
Roger
him,
sitting on certain shots,
not everybody.
I'm saying like the
I know. I'm talking
Yeah,
personally.
yeah,
you heard
no,
that comment. That means
I love that sport too much to ever for it. Listen, I know how important that quarterback position is.
not
But I know the other 20 fucking one other niggas on, excuse me, the other 32 motherfuckers on the team are just as important. Cause Tom Brady, yes, he 28-3, yeah. But that defense also had to come to play in that second half.
Mhm.
And them niggas get no credit for that. It's all Tom Brady did that. So Tom Brady was stopping Matt Ryan and Julio Jones? Tom Brady did that.
No, he didn't. I didn't see him playing both sides of the ball.
Oh, that's facts.
And that's the component that always drives, the narrative to me as well. It's like, okay, I know Aaron Rodgers is great. I get that. And look, didn't some lucky shit happen for Eli? That fucking helmet catch and all the crazy shit that happened.
We can say the same thing with Tom Brady.
So you always bring up
Julian Edelman's catching and that Super Bowl.
you always bring up the
Tucker
parallel.
shit.
Oh, you gotta have some luck to win. You gotta have some luck to win
For
too.
sure.
Yeah.
You gonna get some.
But you have
and you
to-
never know how Paul and Roger pulled the strings up there.
That's a whole other car. Yeah, that's a whole other
You
car.
have
It's valid though, but that's a whole
to,
other
you have to give and take, because everyone shits on Dak, but there's 32 other motherfuckers that play.
So though,
It's like
he got to at least get to
I
a
love
ball before he
Peyton,
hit.
bro, but I can't blame the defense for you throwing that pick six at Terry Porter. I can't blame the defense on that.
So can you blame the special teams for giving up that onside kick at the
you
beginning of the
can.
half?
Yes, you can.
That also led the points
You can.
on the defense?
You definitely can. But
That you said you
that
can't
pick
blame?
six was pivotal.
Yeah, because I had to catch up because these niggas just went up on our head.
You can still play your
Yeah,
game.
I'm pressing.
So he took a shot.
You can
Yeah.
still play your game. man.
But that's what a good defense does for you. It doesn't put you in a situation where you have to press and things like that. You can't
And that-
overlook shit like that. You
And that-
played
and
the
that- and
played
that-
the
He
game.
didn't have to press in that moment, bro. In that moment.
Terry Porter pick put them up 2 touchdowns, Dom. Yes, I did have to press in that moment.
So they only needed one
Tracy.
touchdown to tie?
Yes!
How much time left?
The game was over after Terry Porter went and scored. They had it was like 3 minutes left.
Okay, so you can still run your offense. You have 3 minutes to go get a touchdown. You can run your offense. You don't have to press.
Hey, bro, I don't know if I'm gonna get this bitch back. Yes, I have to press.
No, you don't have to press. Run your offense.
Dom, it sounds sweet coming out of your mouth 10 years later after the fact. But in that moment, you don't know.
All my pressing, I have 3 minutes to get a touchdown. I don't have to press. Everybody relax. Let's run our offense.
Because the idea
Get in the
is
end zone.
But another thing about the defense, if your defense ain't like that, you're not trying to oh well, if I don't get this, we'll punt and I'll put it in my defense hands. Peyton Manning's not thinking like that. He don't have that defense.
like
Scores.
what I'm going to do, one way or another, I'm putting the ball back in Tom Brady's hands, which I don't want to do. I want to get a touchdown and get this onside quick, but I want to do it quickly. So if we do recover the onside quick, I don't have much time as possible. So it's so many parallels to that though. But I mean, sometimes you know what I'm saying, a DB has jumped that rock, you don't see his ass, and he got you. And that's that Bill Belichick. That's this shit.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, he blaming Peyton, but Terry Porter made a great play because he is in film stuff.
That was I was about to say that was 100%
He made a great play.
That was 100% film.
He made a great play. But at the end of the day, that's going to be blamed on Peyton for throwing that bitch.
But see,
But I agree with you. He made a
gotta
great
stop
play.
doing
We gotta
this.
get
We gotta
a
stop.
defense
We gotta
credit.
stop.
We
We gotta
do.
stop. We gotta
But
stop.
that's how the shit go, bro. I agree with you, bro, but that's just how the shit go.
All right, any more football insight before we get to the state of the Cavs?
What is it to talk about with the Cavs?
Stay to the finals, man. Let's get it.
Well,
Our season is over, man.
this is true, but we never talked about who we want as coach. It's something to talk about here, though. Don't get me wrong.
It is.
I don't live in Dallas. I don't live in Boston, so I could give a fuck about the finals right now.
So
I'm on the
DG
Cavs.
sent you a postcard from
No,
the Disney cruise?
no,
Man.
he didn't. As a
That's
matter of fact,
crazy.
he didn't. I haven't heard.
But it's up for
I haven't
now.
heard
I haven't heard the Darius.
That nigga at home
Wow.
soaking. That nigga ain't.
He said, I'm here.
No, but so we talked about the Lakers, so we gonna talk about the Cavs. Come on, bro. Coach Borrego, Atkinson's,
I like
love
Atkinson.
Kenny
Nori.
Anderson, man.
I like Kenny.
Adelman Jr.
I
Who's
can't-
Adelman?
I can't get my guy, so no homo.
Who's your guy, Mark?
Mark,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
don't think he was interviewed.
Of course not.
Black boy.
Sam Cassell or Kenny Atkinson.
He wasn't interviewed either. Same.
I understand that, but that's who I want. You asked me who I
They
want.
didn't get permission to talk to Boston. Talk to him.
Did we interview Adrian Griffin?
No, he wasn't. It wasn't given permission by Milwaukee to talk to him to get paid by the Bucks.
Permission?
Yeah. It's called collusion.
That's
Yeah, especially since the season's
Nigga got fired, and he still need permission.
No, that's an entertainment purpose. I don't know if that's true or not.
not.
I'm just, I don't, for me personally, I don't like none of the candidates. I may as well go down there and coach.
Hey, I'm all for it.
You know, I got a couple of wrinkles I can put in. No, but seriously, like,
You got more coaching experience than JJ Redick.
I do. 8th grade basketball. No, but seriously, like, I don't particularly care.
Wait,
But
he coaches kids. He coaches kids too.
I'm right.
They only in fourth grade.
Oh, you're right.
Eighth grade.
I know that's all
That's different levels.
I'm a higher level. No, but I don't particularly care for any of these candidates. I'm not really. I know both these guys coached in the league before, but don't either one of them jump off the page at me. And so I think there's an outlier that we're not talking about. That they're going to wind up hiring.
I like Kenny because he had the Nets rolling until they tried to shoot for the stars and go get the big three.
He turned the whole franchise around.
Yeah.
It's the only reason that KD even considered coming into the Nets was because we were good the year before, and that's because of him. And he turned. D'Lo was about to be out the fucking
all-star.
league, and he turned into an all-star.
Yeah.
He had Jared Allen, so it's like I feel like they didn't give him a fair shake. And then he went to go be an assistant with Steve
And
Kerr and
wasn't
them. So
Levert,
he's a
wasn't
champ.
Levert on that
Yep.
team too?
Mhm.
So I think that's
Familiarity.
number one for me.
He had
It looks that
energy.
way.
He had energy on that team. They loved playing. We were a fucking 6th seed. We got what was it?
Fun to watch.
Swept or gentlemen swept by the Sixers.
Yeah, it was
Gentlemen,
gentlemen.
Now there was a
But they had fun playing. Like that shit, that brings energy in there. And
And they
It
got
changed
canned
everything.
for Steve Nash the next year.
who never coached, by the way. And there was a report.
Because Kyrie and them said they didn't need a coach.
They did say that.
they did say that.
It was a report out there that Atkinson is like he has like these analytical ways of doing things that may not warrant a whole lot of buy-in, which is probably why some of those players, KD and the like, probably wanted his ass out because if it worked, okay, I'll get utter buy-in, but if it don't work, oh no, we ain't listening to you. You feel me? So, what's gonna be the style of play? Like I need to know that before I'm happy.
Just go. What year was that? 2019. 19, yeah.
19.
Is it ball movement? Is it isolation basketball? It ain't ground and pound because we don't have
No.
that. Like, whoa.
He gotta be able to
I
adapt to
don't
whatever
remember.
players we have on the team. He can't just set a system for us and just force players to learn.
And I'm
our
not gonna
system.
hold y'all.
Gotta be versatile.
DG D'Lo.
I was about to say the way our team is constructed was that team.
DG
I like-
plays similar to how D'Lo was playing then,
But I think DG's
and he has
Exponentially
more
better.
potential in that. Yeah.
yeah.
But like his year, he averaged 20. Like DG's All Star year was it 20? He averaged like 21 and 7 or something. 8. D'Lo averaged the same thing. He played that same role with the same big. I don't know how number 45 would look in the
That's
in
what
the
I was
offense
asking,
because he ain't have a polarizing, superstar on that roster, so it's a little bit easier. You're dealing with guys that are almost out the league, or they're struggling and not reaching their potential, so they're a lot more to buy into because you took a chance on me.
And that was 2019. That was like 5 years ago. So I mean,
But he ain't
gonna
never
be
had
different from that.
But he ain't never had a chance to run it back. He had 1 year, and then he was the assistant for the rest of the year, rest of his time. So it's like, who knows?
I mean, is he bringing that Steve Kerr shit?
He probably could bring. I mean, you've been with him for 4 years.
Nah, you bringing that Stephen Kerr shit, you got me sold.
Of course he
Kerr.
is. Of course he is.
You know
he has a little Steve Kerr swag, a little flavor in his game.
If
bring notebook in his back
if Mike
pocket.
Brown can change, surely this guy can change.
I think that's the guy. Realistically.
I'm big on, when you're a leader like that, I'm big on how people act when they're on the bench.
If I can't get my 2 top candidates, I would like us to get Kenny.
Who you bringing from Golden State with him?
That I don't know. I don't
You
know what
want-
kind of staff he's
you
going
want
to
talking
come.
about
Kuminga?
staff? You talking about staff or
Kuminga?
players?
Players.
Oh,
He keep everybody over there.
You don't want
Unless-
Kuminga?
Unless Wardell, Stephen Curry is not coming, you can have everybody over there.
For real. So I can't have him.
Who?
Wardell.
I said if it's not him,
I'm
anybody
trolling.
else on that, what is it, 16 niggas on the roster now?
They can have
Is he
DG. They want
16?
DG? Straight up for step.
yeah, okay.
I don't want the money a match.
Yeah, okay.
Not
All
doing
of
that
California.
anyway.
Every place in California except for LA would be up in flames, man.
I just wanted to just throw that in there because I think it's relevant. And so, they got to get this hire right though, because this team is not that far away.
So you don't think any of those options are the answer?
Nah, me.
He don't
man.
know if it is.
I don't know if it is. I'm looking for a person to come in here, and get rid of all the agendas. Like I know these guys are brands off the court, and that plays a lot into what goes on inside the locker room because they have lives outside of basketball and what they want to portray, their images, and how much they want to get paid, this and that, right? But when you got that Mark Jackson, a guy like a Sam Cassell who hasn't got the chance yet, I feel like those kind of coaches can galvanize a group. Because number one, especially with Sam, he can whip out a couple rings as a player. Did he as a coach?
He was on that OA staff.
Okay. He can whip
Or
out.
was he playing?
No, he was.
No, he's playing.
He was playing. So he got 3 as a player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that speaks volumes in the locker room, trying to get guys together. And one last thing I want to add to it, listening to Kobe Altman's press release, whatever you want to call it, his 26-minute spiel at the end of the season. He's not motivated to trade nobody. And I think that might be just for the simple fact that, hey, we don't want to mess with nobody's trade value. But it seems as if they're going to run this back, and
I'm not opposed to that.
No, look, we said it. It was about health more than anything.
And so I don't have a problem with your guy, man. He just got to come play, bro.
Oh, he definitely do.
Oh shit.
I think I don't know. I think y'all can make a move.
He has turned a leaf. Oh, say that again.
We said he do.
He
I didn't hit
agreed.
record yet.
Season over. Season over, man.
It is.
Season over.
Hey, you remember what I said? See, they didn't watch the episode last week, but I
Full
did.
recap.
When you see last week's episode, you gonna see something that I had said.
For sure. So
Full recap, man. Sorry.
I might have to clip that up and send them to him, bro. That shit was funny.
all right, guys. So we got NBA Finals starting tomorrow. The frauds. The Celtics versus the Mavericks.
They did it, EB. They
Uh,
back.
the Mavericks or the Celtics are back. They're
Celtics.
both back. They're both back.
We
Well,
did it,
Mavs
Joe.
ain't been here in 13 years.
Okay. Well,
We did it, Joe.
I guess what Boston more recent. I don't really have much analysis on this series.
Why are you not excited?
I'll tell you why I'm not excited.
That's a good question.
I'll tell you why I'm not excited.
Break it down for us.
Because
Break it down.
I don't really care to see a player at this stage lobbying for fouls. If you're the best player, just go out there and be the fucking best player. So I'm not interested in that. the arrogance of the Boston fan, I just don't like that at all. Like, these motherfuckers be calling our radio station here, trying to talk about our topics, and then in the end, Boston in 6, nigga.
Boston
Like,
be
bitch,
hard,
why'd you
they
just say that off
crazy.
the dribble? Why you got to troll, right? So I ain't ready for that. I'm not ready for all of this, all the mystique of the leprechaun, the parquet floor. I don't give a fuck about them. Just go play basketball. Because it didn't work for you the last couple times we went out there.
I was about to say they done lost the last 2 finals appearances.
Not ready for that. The only thing that's compelling to me about this series is what Urban's going to do in the face of adversity against that racially motivated crowd out there in Massachusetts.
That don't like gonna flip that bird.
So that's the only
He
thing that
apologized
really
for that,
narrates.
huh?
He did. He went in with this. He went in with that. He went in
So
Peace.
forgive me if I'm not thrilled about the matchup.
You should be, man. This is two. You got 2 teams with 2 players. All the flag is great starters on both teams, and I feel like this should be one of the better finals than we had, especially last year, because everybody knew what was going to happen last year.
Who played last year for that?
Miami,
Miami,
and
yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
Nuggets and the Heat.
that was
Wait, I want to give myself some credit because
No, terrible.
our episode by the trade deadline, I had to sneak in that Mavericks trade was sneaky good.
Yeah, you did.
We skipped over it, but I said before we skipped to change the segment, so I'm a little proud of myself. But
No, remember I had talked about that with you a little bit. It might not have been that episode, but maybe
Yeah, it was later.
After I saw like, oh shit, this might work for them.
yeah, but when we were talking about the
Yeah,
trade deadline
athleticism.
moves, that one slid under the radar. I was like, oh, well, watch out for that Mavericks little trade. I was like, so I'm a little proud of myself.
Well,
but that matchup is I'm intrigued because it's straight. One's all statistics. We're gonna shoot more threes than you
Yeah.
and make more threes than you, and on the other end, we're gonna take away the threes from you. I hate that type of basketball, and I hate Boston, but and their roster stacked, and then you have 2 of the most skilled players ever on the other end, and it's like that looks. We got a rookie center who's playing like he's been a vet. Huge plays in these playoffs. I think it's gonna be very interesting.
Matchup, man. I don't see how you not excited.
Elite defenders on each or on
You
one
gotta
side.
you gotta take your personal hate out of
Can't.
What you want me to just be excited about the Boston Celtics? Yay!
it. I'm not saying you have to be excited about the
Celtics
Celtics,
might make 50th finals.
but we got
They froze to him.
we got
I gotta be consistent, right?
we got four top 20 players playing in this final.
So Jaylen Brown not top 15.
I think he higher, but hey.
I said it for you, John.
Yeah, don't get me started.
Hey, man, Justin was both
I know. I didn't even look over there. Ready to help. I didn't even look over there. I just felt it. I didn't even look over
Ready
there.
now, man.
I started rattling down the nail.
I feel like 20 was a good spot.
Yeah,
No,
that's a great
yeah.
side. You play the same. You
You said it
play
right
the same. That's funny.
Oh, but
You just said it. I don't know.
But I feel like I might be wrong, but I feel like this got a feeling like 15 Cavs Warriors all over again. Like few little similarities. Like you got Boston, they've been here before, but they haven't won nothing yet. Similar to how the Warriors.
And they won't. Dallas in 6.
They haven't won nothing yet. They both had great records for the season for the 2015 Warriors and 24 Celtics. And then you got it's pretty much a 2-man wrecking crew that got a lot of special role players that's been coming to play throughout the whole playoff run. I feel like
It's a little different than 2015.
it is, but I feel like it is, but I feel like it's a little similar just because you got
Brian
Pressure on Boston, though.
you got Brian and Kyrie, especially just against his stacked team, and a lot of pressure is on Boston because they
They just
gotta
keep
get
getting there.
All of
keep
it.
getting
So
there.
that's
Can't get
the,
it
that's,
back
the, that's the flip. Pressure is on Brian.
And a tremendous amount of pressure on Jason Tatum.
Yes, facts. Big facts.
I mean, the
Heavy as the head.
cards
He got
are
the
stacked.
Brown. He got the Brown pressure on him,
All of it.
Yeah.
but he not Brown.
Not even close.
But Brian ain't never had this type of roster. Their roster is crazy.
Who's the Boston Celtics roster? Again, terrible job. Kobe Altman, Griffin, Danny Ferry, all you motherfuckers.
Well,
Pat Riley.
maybe if they had
I
Paul
blame his
Pierce.
team for
Yeah, I was just about to say, maybe if
This
I
thing
had
got
Paul
shit.
Pierce and KG, I would be looking the same right now, because we love them motherfuckers. Traded a whole franchise for that month.
Loaded Boston on up.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah, they got all
Because
y'all, they got all y'all
Tatum's our pick, I
players.
think, or is JB our pick?
They got all y'all
Both
players.
of them are.
And shame on you, Philadelphia,
Aren't they?
for trading the goddamn pick to
Oh, no,
give them
didn't
who
make
they
the
got.
conference
Man.
finals with JB,
Down the
right?
Essence. That's probably why y'all never win against them here recently. But yeah,
Big fact.
I guess for the basketball enthusiast that I am, I guess I can
Jason Tatum.
get on board with it. But
Oh yeah, because they treat.
I don't know.
Reluctantly.
Reluctantly, maybe, maybe.
It was our pick, and then they flipped. Okay, so both of them.
But I'm gonna give Dallas some credit, especially defensively, because I mean, although who they be in the first one? The Clippers,
The Flippers.
the Flippers, the Thunder,
I said Thunder.
the
And then the
Wolves.
Wolves.
So I mean, they went up against some great perimeter players, and they found a way to beat everybody in 6, didn't they? 5 or less. 6 or less.
6 or less. Yeah.
And the two-headed monster is crazy, especially when I can get a triple double.
Dang.
I mean,
To my first comment,
he-
he won't have no time to be bitching about fouls.
But
But if he
listen-
don't get back, it's gonna be an issue.
In 4 games against Boston this year, he averaged 35, 15,
Two.
12. Oh, he only played 2.
twice.
Yeah.
Yes, he's
Upset conference.
But then Jalen Brown getting buckets and one.
Hey, but guess what?
He made him fall, but he ain't no defender.
They lost both of those games.
Who
They're
did?
0-2.
Was
Dallas
that,
did?
was that pre-trade or post-trade?
One's pre-trade, one's post-trade. And the one post-trade, they beat them by 30 points.
But now it's the final. So
I'm just,
Yeah,
y'all
just
bringing it
for
up, and I have to
context.
give context to what you're saying.
For sure.
because it might have been a back-to-back. You might have played Houston the night
Yeah.
before.
That night,
Yeah.
it's cool. If you're gonna bring it up, I have to give you context to what
Now,
happened.
let me give you some context too. What series was it in the West? I don't know if it was the Suns and the T-Wolves or the T-Wolves and the Nuggets.
It was the T-Wolves and the Suns.
When the T-Wolves didn't beat that team at all in the regular season. And then
Yeah.
mopped the
Phoenix.
floor with them in the playoffs.
T-Wolves, son.
People and Sons, yeah.
Oh my God. I still hate the Suns.
But look, the thing is with me with this series, right? Because a lot of people, the Boston arrogance is definitely running rampant out there. And not just with Boston fans. There's niggas in Cleveland out here say this shit.
Really?
Oh, Boston about to win. They about to smoke
How
these
dare
niggas.
they?
My thing is, just looking at the landscape of the playoffs, right? Dallas definitely had the tougher road. I feel like they're more battle tested. I've seen the way Boston played against teams where the team fumbled the game. It wasn't like Boston just dominated like they was doing in the regular season. And when it comes down to close games, I believe in Dallas closers more than I believe in Boston's closers.
This is gonna come down to basketball IQ. And if you talk about that aspect of it, the thinking part of the game, we know Urban's been here before, and technically their coach has too.
Yeah.
And then you throw in Luka's talents. They're gonna be formidable. I can't pick the Frogs. I will not pick the Frogs. I've been calling that shit all season long, so I'm not gonna change my tune here.
I'm with you.
Now, if the Boston Celtics do happen to win this series, I hope Jaylen Brown shines.
Of course.
I bet y'all do.
Of course you
Better. You fucking
And
better.
I hope they win because of him.
do. Sounds good.
You feel me?
But if he's getting guarded by Derrick Jones, so that's,
He
uh,
can't. Jerry Jones can't fuck with him.
that's the only other guy they got. Because PJ's definitely going on JT.
They gotta put Luke on JT or JB.
Huh?
Luka can't.
They ain't gonna have no
They're
choice.
gonna hide him.
Luke on who?
They can't
Luka
hide.
on who?
They can't hide Luka.
I'm about to say,
Luka
they can't
better
hide
check
him.
me.
They can't hide him. They gonna have to he gonna have to guard them niggas sometimes. But he ain't gonna never
He
be on.
probably
that
gonna guard
time.
JB.
They're gonna play a zone.
He should.
Some type of matchup zone.
They
Yeah.
definitely should.
Luka's not guarding. Kyrie and Luka are not guarding. They're gonna
But
guard.
neither one of them.
They gonna have to.
It's a mismatch on both of them.
They gonna have to, regardless. They gonna have to guard.
The only time it's gonna have to be a switch, and they're gonna do their damnedest to double team and get the ball out their hand. If you leave Kyrie and Luka on one of the two of them,
It's over.
it's gonna be
And
lunch food.
Kyrie doesn't belong on checking either one of their
No, he
stars.
doesn't. Kyrie should be on Drew Holiday or Derrick White.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
he's going on Derek White. Luka's going on Drew. And they're gonna do the drive and kick and get him in rotation, and they're gonna live off the three. I think you gotta live with
That makes sense.
if Derek White and Drew Holiday are gonna spray you from the three. You gotta live with that. And I think that's the game plan. Like I said, JB can't guard. I mean, Derrick Jones probably can't guard Jaylen Brown 1-on-1. But they're gonna play the ISO ball. He's gonna get beat. They're gonna rotate, and they're gonna have to shoot. And that got him in trouble in the Pacers series. But the Pacers couldn't finish no fucking games. That's gonna be the difference.
That's not gonna be a problem here.
That's gonna be the difference.
And
Luka had his foot on the gas every time in the Timberwolves series. He was pissed they lost that one game, but every time they were up 30, he wasn't like taking it easy. Like he was serious. Like I think they're built for the moment.
And they smoked the T-Wolves in that closeout game.
Yeah, for sure.
Like they broke their
That
wheel.
was terrible.
That's what I'm saying though. Like they were
Yeah.
up 40, and he was still like out there. Like they were down 10. Like he
Yeah.
was still doing his thing. So I don't think they're gonna let them just shoot their way back into the game. Like
I just feel like the
everyone else
Mavs
is.
got the mojo, they got the momentum. I'm not hearing none of that Boston shit, bro. They gotta show me.
I don't think that's just analytic based style of play is gonna win you anything.
In the finals,
No, exactly.
it
When
didn't
you're
work.
healthy,
It didn't work 2 years ago.
when you're playing against actual star players and arguably the best player in the league and the most skilled player ever, like that shit's gonna look different.
It's gonna come down to the defense. You know, can they get those stops against those two late in games and vice versa. I mean, it works both ways.
Let's see
So,
Derrick
we
White
get
wears
the
his
most
headband so the
stops.
sweat don't get in his eyes. He might be knocking down shots,
Kyrie
He
about to
been
go
no
crazy,
headband
bro.
man.
Kyrie about to go
Balling,
crazy.
but he ain't had.
No.
No one's been on him. You know
Now,
what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
I did hear Kyrie Irving say, say about the maturity aspect and where he was in his life a couple of years ago and dealing with the whole COVID debacle and how he was treated, in Brooklyn. I know that shit's out the window now. So if Ant-Man gave him ammunition to destroy him basically in the previous series, and Ant-Man really didn't say shit wrong to me.
No,
Really.
you just said that's my matchup.
That's
Oh,
my
he said
matchup.
what he was supposed to say.
But I think if Kyrie took that as motivation,
of course,
good luck,
because any
Boston.
real competitor
Yeah,
is
good-
gonna
good
find
luck-
the
good luck,
the
Boston.
smallest little thing. You know
He's
what
a
I mean?
he's a
Good
Mamba
luck.
product, man.
And,
Anything.
Real shit.
That's
I know-
what that's what I want to see. I'm sorry.
I know, Drew Holiday and Derek White are premium defenders, but yeah, he's different.
That means nothing for somebody like Kyrie.
'Cause, I mean,
or Luka.
before Spider-Man got hurt, he lit them. So I don't give a fuck about what they doing defensively.
They just have so many bodies.
That's
throw
my
at him.
thing.
So it's like JB could guard.
But that's what makes it interesting, though. Like you were saying.
Yeah, like
that's what
JB
makes
could
it,
guard
like,
Luka, and then if he's getting killed, JT go guard Luka. If he's getting killed, I mean, I've seen Drew Holiday guard people 8 inches taller than him, so he could go guard him. He's no weak link. They
That's
have
what makes it
bodies.
match up so
That
intriguing,
European
though.
dude different though, man. He
He
don't give a
is.
fuck who you put on him.
Yeah,
He gonna
got-
talk shit.
He got moxie.
Mhm.
That's what's so interesting.
That's cool, but
because
this series he has to come on the other end
I know-
he
I
has
know,
to come to play
John.
on the other end.
I get that, John, but
He can't be telling Kyrie, I'm tired.
I know, John, but I think this young man he gonna relish in these moments, and I think he's the best player in this series by far.
Listen, there's no disagreeing there. But he has to come play on the other. There's no hide. Who you gonna hide him on?
Nobody. He
I
know
mean,
that.
no, he could hide him.
He know
Well,
that.
Al Horford.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Cause all Herbert play on the perimeter. Ain't like he down in the paint, John.
Man, I hope it ain't that much bigger than him for real. So we come box out time this.
And then maybe they'll put in one of them other little tweeners that they got that, for a perimeter acumen. But I'm just saying, that could be a matchup. That they can hide him against Al
I'm not
Horford.
like completely worried if Drew Holiday's isoing Luka. Like I feel like that's fine. Like I'll live with that.
Yeah.
Why not? Drew Holiday better than John Wall.
Hey, shit, you got
I
and
believe
worst
that
case
too.
scenario. Worst case scenario, you got 6 fouls. Use them bitches.
That's not saying much. I'm just saying.
I
Like,
got
his
Mavs
role on
at
the
6,
team's
man.
different.
Mavs at 6.
Everything's different.
I got Mavs at 7.
I got
Man.
Mavs at
They ain't
6.
gonna go that far. They gonna win that bitch at home.
I hope so. It's just funny because, of course, all these Boston niggas talking about how they compare to all-time team. I'm like, man, slow down.
Right.
Slow down.
But they gotta
man.
win one first.
Right. I'm like, man, y'all compare these niggas to
All time.
Jordan Bulls, Pistons of the 80s. late
All
80s.
time. They can be compared to the all time almost teams.
Right.
And every time they climb Mount Everest, they get caught with hypothermia.
I don't know, man.
He's still what 25.
Who?
Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown's 26. Like this is this is where this shit's supposed to happen for everybody. All the greats you could think of for the most part.
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
But this is like you guys said, like how y'all hop on
Oh, talking about.
Oh no, wait, let me finish.
Just though,
Because
Same thing
the
for
same argument y'all make when y'all compare LeBron and Jordan, you'd be like, oh, you're gonna discredit someone for getting there but making it further because Jordan wasn't making the playoffs. Like you can't knock Jason Tatum because everyone in their first years are not winning shit, but he's in the conference finals all the time. That's impressive. Can't knock him for that. He's only 25. Bron ain't win until 27. Jordan ain't win until 27.
They didn't have
Wait,
teams like they didn't have that. Their
I
teams
understand
didn't
that,
play
There was no
You
knock yet.
still-
I didn't knock nobody. I just
Yeah,
said
we
I
did.
just said until they get to Mount Everest, they get they
That's
back.
a knock.
That's a
He's
knock.
literally
They get-
knocking a nigga off a mountain.
They get-
What?
Every time they get up to the top, it gets too cold.
Exactly. And he had to learn, just like everybody else.
We'll see if he does.
So let me ask you this question: are we putting Jason Tatum in the same conversation?
No.
Okay, I'm just checking.
I'm
It's not
saying
even
the
funny.
only I brought up their names because those are the best of the best, and they still didn't do it until then. So I'm just saying you had to give these motherfuckers some time. Like he's been winning. That's impressive. He's been doing impressive
The only
shit.
upper
So can
echelon
we-
people
hold on,
that
time
won.
out. Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Is this now the Eastern Conference again? Because they're competing every
Y'all
year?
just did it. Y'all
I'm
just
just
said it was.
asking.
No. Don't ask anything. Y'all just did it. 'Cause y'all literally just did it. Y'all just broke down how each people got to the
Yeah.
championship. Y'all literally just did that. So yes, it's the Eastern Conference because
The
y'all
Eastern
just said it.
Conference, Okay. Alright.
Y'all just said it.
Alright. I'm just
Listen, get the guys.
So
some
was the
time.
Western Conference the what would we call that? The just when Golden State went 15, what would they be called? When it happened, the same thing happened for them that happened to Boston.
Pick a name.
Oh,
Just asking.
can you rephrase the question?
What was the 2015 Western Conference playoffs? Because it happened for the same thing happened for Golden State,
Wait, well, like a lot of players got hurt.
Oh,
on
yeah,
their run.
and they won a championship.
So maybe
Oh,
Boston
okay,
is the
but
Warriors.
who's hurt in the finals though? So far, nobody yet, right? So we don't know.
We don't
yet.
know yet.
But yeah, they've been riding down. They've had an express lane to the finals. They've been in the EV lane for the entire.
So what was the
playoff run.
Western? So would the Western Conference be week 2 in 17, 18?
No, was it?
What about 16? No,
Hell no.
no. I mean, because it was real easy. They lost what, 1 game in 17?
Too much. The Golden State Warriors.
I'm just asking questions.
With
This is
Kevin
what
Durant?
this is
No,
this is what this is.
Wait.
What
time
are we
out.
doing?
I'm just asking. I said I posed a question. I said, is the Eastern Conference again the
I mean,
Eastern?
yeah, because you just said it was.
So it must be. They're walking to the Eastern Conference Finals.
And I asked the question.
It's been
I
a
mean,
long
Golden
time
State
out.
walked to the finals too.
I wouldn't say they've walked.
They didn't walk in 17.
They probably walked in
Like
15.
Joel,
15
like
ain't
Joel.
that
No, 17 they were just superior. Like, come on, like it would. Even they took Bron out in 5 games. Come on. And it took a Herculean Thor type effort in 16 to come back and win that bitch because they was that good. So this
But my thing is
this team ain't that good, is they?
They gotta beat the
So
Mavericks.
so was the NBA
We
week?
not had that conversation.
Is the NBA?
Was the NBA week this year?
No.
Oh, the NBA 1 week.
No.
It was very. It was.
Who had the number 1?
It was-
I just for
Boston.
clarity. Oh, okay. I just need clarity. I need
Yeah,
clarity.
yeah.
Answer for
They
my
had the
question.
best record in the NBA. Yes, they did.
So was the NBA week this year?
As a whole, no. There was a lot of parity in the league this year. You had an outlier. For one reason or the other.
What would be the reason?
Coaching.
Love it here. I love it here.
Shit.
I love it here.
Coaching.
I love it.
That's why they had the outlier.
Okay.
Maybe they got some motivation.
Listen, I hate Boston.
Listen,
much as
We all, everybody here
I
is Boston.
understand the
can't
personal
understand
issues
one thing.
with the
I can't
Boston
not-
Celtics, but we not about to praise one team for something and then kick they back in for them.
I can't.
But that comment
We
was
hey, listen, man, we gotta be real
accumulative-
here.
That was an accumulative comment. That wasn't just stating this year. What happened last year?
They lost in 7 games.
They froze. They got beat at home.
7
Lost
games in the
games.
conference finals.
But they was down 3-0.
and they came back and went to 7 games.
Let me give you your flowers.
They deserve it.
What happened the year before that? They was up 2-1, and they built in game 4, and something ignited, right?
Some guy we were just arguing if he was generational.
Is that-
Yeah, that's usually how that
Is that
goes.
another freeze type moment?
I wouldn't say that. They're certified champions.
Yeah, I can't.
You can't.
But
knock
I
them
get
for
you, and
that.
I can't get their back in for losing to Golden
That's
State.
just like Miami in 2011, and D Wade hit that shot in that corner, and that just woke him up. Shit happens in those moments. Did Miami freeze? Hell to the fucking yeah. They still stuck in that damn snow. That version of the Heat. So I'm just saying, when they got to these moments, they frozen
But were
up.
they? Would you call the Heat frauds? Would they not be a good team?
Listen, when you talk about fraudulent activities, number
Just
one-
listen,
number one-
Rod, just need clarity.
I'm gonna give you some.
We want clarity.
I'm gonna
here.
get some
clarity right now.
All right, when you talk about fraudulent activities, we talking about something that has habitually happened throughout the years, correct? Then also, there's going to be a little bit of disdain thrown in there as well. All this talk, all this and that.
Okay,
Heavy on the disdain. Heavy on
okay.
the
Listen,
disdain.
we're all fans of Kyrie here, but we're not gonna act like he didn't shit on them little niggas either.
He sharded on him.
He's sure.
So you don't think they have a little disdain for him too?
It's possible. But when you roll that disdain out there, and then you measure those 3 players, who's the better one?
See, listen here, bro. It's always something.
If you measure those 3 players,
Yeah.
do we
I'm not dancing, nigga. I'm just saying.
do we forget
I'm
there's 2
quite-
sides?
That
of the
ain't
ball?
dancing.
I'm quite sure he got some.
What I asked was a yes or no. You
Yes.
You threw the extra. You threw Captain Tony's
Yes,
on
it is. Entertainment purposes, yes. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. I don't believe in them. Mavs in 6.
Mavs is 6. But I'm not about to knock it.
I was wrong last year.
I'm not about to knock this for winning.
I said Heat in
It's
6
just not
last year. I
winning
was
every single
wrong.
game they
I've been
ever
wrong
played.
before. I ain't afraid to be wrong, nigga.
I didn't say you were.
Jason Tatum has done nothing but win since he's been here. He gave Bron hell on his rookie year.
They called Jordan Jesus. That nigga couldn't get out the first round.
Exactly.
So
I'm not gonna
we gonna
knock.
kick
I'm
him
not about
back
to
in
knock
because this
him.
nigga going to the Eastern
It's
Conference
only
Finals almost every
fucking
year.
Yeah.
I mean,
And the dude that you said is the best out of those
See,
3
that-
players
that-
when he was healthy, I think they got bounced up the second round. Because 18
that's
they
why.
went. He was
that's
hurt.
why. I mean,
the
I'm
following
gonna
year.
make a critical. That's why I'm glad it's not ESPN or FSN.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to say what's popular.
Who is?
So okay.
You agree?
Everybody has Dallas winning. First of
Everyone
all,
says that
everybody
Boston
has the Mavs winning.
is fraud.
So I don't understand.
That's not true. That's not what I'm hearing.
What?
I don't know everybody.
What you mean? What? That's not what I'm hearing.
Right,
You not in my arena and walking with me every day. That's not what I'm hearing.
Because they picked Boston to win from the start of the season. A lot of people picked Boston.
But I'm
For like
talking
the
about
last
now. I ain't
2
worried about
years.
starting the season.
Because it's valid because they win every year. And I'm not about to be they're frauds, but he's young. Like he's been winning since he's been here, but they're young. He's been leading this
They're
team for a
young,
long
their
ass
roster
time.
is stacked. Like, they deserve to be talked in that light. I do agree with that.
They ain't about to get it done though. I said it. All that said, Mavs is 6. But I ain't about to knock my boy like that. He's not my boy. Okay, but I'm not about to knock him like that.
But my thing too, even if Boston loses, I don't feel like it's the end of the world. Like, yes, they're gonna get talked about bad, and they gonna continue to be called frauds. But it's like they still got a lengthy run in them because how young their stars are.
But it's some
And
young
they have a
teams
great
coming
roster.
too. It's some young teams coming too.
Yeah, but they
they're
still
just
getting
hitting
better
their-
too. Yeah,
they're
they still
just
getting
hitting their
better, and they have
prime.
that camaraderie. They didn't been battle tested. We didn't been to the finals against Golden State.
So eventually they're gonna get over the hump.
Y'all talking about blowing it up.
Everyone else
I didn't
deserves
understand
time.
that shit.
Why don't they deserve time? Just because they're winning too much, they don't deserve that time no more?
I mean, you can take as much time as you need.
Get the fucking. I'm not about to knock them then.
Just don't do it in my lifetime. What you do, just don't do it while I'm around. Shit. I'm not about to fall. I'm not coming off of this shit. shit. You're not going. I'm not. I'm sorry. Agree or disagree with me.
Mavs is 7. Mavs is 6. Mavs is 6.
But not speaking, I might say 5. Shit.
Might as well.
The sentiment is 5.
The way you talking, these niggas ain't gonna win a game.
Fuck.
Can you wait? You think Kyrie's better than JT and Jaylen Brown?
Nah, not really. I don't think he's better than Tatum. He could be in this series.
But Kyrie and
Overall,
Jaylen Brown are questionable.
I mean, Kyrie and Jaylen Brown are questionable. I mean, okay.
He better not be.
Let's
He
say
better
this.
not be
Let's
questionable.
say
If
this.
JT
But
is.
the reason why he's in the conversation is because his skill set is unmatched, and he gonna figure some shit out. He gonna figure out a way to put the ball in the basket.
Agreed.
And so, and you talk about being young. He's savvy, and he's played in 4 finals already. So this ain't nothing new to him. So his thing is, like he said, is overcoming the
3.5.
noise in the background. Okay, 3.5 finals. but he ran the 4 straight. He played in 3.5.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
All right.
Because if he'd have played before, we had 2 rings.
We would. We put it like
three quarters in the overtime.
Yeah.
So, I can argue and say he's the better player, but he's the skilled player. But the better player, I don't know yet. I can't say that definitively. I'm not going to start another argument.
Fair enough.
I don't think he would have got an argument.
Well, if him and JB are questionable, but JT is,
You ain't got no
He
that's
can't,
like
he
you were about
can't,
to
he
start.
can't entertain that. Yeah,
You were about to start me up again about that whole argument.
I said, he definitely can argue with you.
I still don't know the answer
Me?
to that question.
No, me.
Oh.
I was ready. That's why I asked.
I
And I had that smirk on my
I
face.
still
I
don't
was
answer that
ready to
question.
hear him say that.
And that's why one day I hope Jason Brown,
Jason
Jaylen Brown leaves Boston so we can really see. We ain't gotta be
I wish he
sentimental to
did.
nobody.
I was hoping.
Nigga wasn't turning down 300 mil. Y'all crazy as hell.
No, I'm
No,
gonna turn it
100%.
down. He's too smart for that.
100%.
What?
That's generational wealth, right?
I'm
there, for
here.
sure.
Prediction?
Man, that's
That's
generational.
generational.
I got Boston in 7.
I wouldn't expect
Boston
him
in 7?
to, turn down
I
that
got
money.
Boston in 7.
All right, 1 Boston, 4 Mavs.
2 7s, 2 6, 3 6s.
No, we got a sweep.
He said 6, y'all.
Allegedly.
See?
Allegedly.
Would be surprised. Look. If they, listen. And to go back to my fraud statement, they play down to the level of competition too much, and then they gotta play hero ball to get out of it.
Well,
That's a part.
they don't have no one to play down to now.
But,
Yeah, they gotta play
aren't
up.
they too old for that? You said they young. Aren't they too old for that to continue to do that shit?
Coaching.
If Indiana wins game 1, now we got a different series. Maybe that shit could have went longer. I don't know. They better not. They better not be going through the motions. Too much going through the motions. That's why I can't get jiggy with that shit. They've been going through the motions for 7 years now. When you gonna stop?
Fair enough.
Stops here.
It all comes down to this.
Draymond Green started barking, and they froze. That's Draymond. He can't even jump no more. What you scared of?
He can't even.
I don't think it was really Draymond barking. Of course, Draymond's gonna hype that up and say he knew that shit. I think it was more. I think it was more bad.
Definitely this.
You couldn't keep Andrew Wiggins off of the boards.
It wasn't Draymond though. Please just stop.
I'm talking about the barking aspect.
Man, that played no
Keep
part in
Wiggins
that.
off of the boards.
Yes, that is a fact. Now that is a fact. That Draymond shit is all speculation.
Nah, John, you know.
And John, it wasn't.
If you want a team and whoever else is going crazy and you in that team's ear, that shit changes shit.
That's that competitive edge.
Yeah, that shit changes shit.
You play sports with me.
I know.
A nigga barking and you can't contribute. Shut the fuck up.
A nigga making blasphemous sounds never affected me, bro. Never
you bet
affected
that.
me.
You barking and ain't doing nothing.
Y'all met motherfuckers that
That's called a
rattles.
chihuahua from
That's
where I'm
That
from.
rattles motherfuckers though.
guess
Y'all
what?
different.
Y'all must not be frauds then.
And
That's a chihuahua.
y'all have
Big
confidence in
shut
your
up.
ability.
Never happened.
What is you talking for?
Y'all must not be frauds.
That shit always used to turn
But
me up. I used to like
look.
that.
All jokes aside about the frauds of the Boston
I used
Celtics,
to laugh at
which
it.
I agree with them
Like,
being
bro,
frauds.
you-
But when
you're
it
not
comes
doing anything.
when it comes down to individuals, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, I think they have a dog enough in them not to be affected by a motherfucker barking at them.
I don't think Draymond played no part. in
Yeah,
that.
like
It was Steph Curry going fucking absolutely bonkers, and Andrew Wiggins playing out of this stratosphere for that series.
But when you got that they was playing pretty well in that finals, pedal to the metal, pedal to the metal.
Oh
for the
yeah, and
most
Jordan
part.
Poole was going crazy.
And then you mess around and he got a technical foul. He did some crazy shit, and then you ease back a little bit. Like they should have won that series, and I think they didn't win it because of they psyche.
their mentality.
And so I hope that's changed for the Falls. Maybe it has. Maybe
That
it
was their
hasn't.
first time there.
Yeah, that's true.
And they went against seasoned vets in that space, in that final space.
Dynasty.
First, I can't hold it too much against first time final defender. I can't
But
hold
it's
it
just
too much.
basketball, right? Is it not?
Yeah, but no.
It's just basketball, but the moment.
It's the stage. It's
The
not the
moment.
sport. It's the stage, man.
The moments always make or break players.
So is this gonna be a make or break moment for Luka Doncic? I don't think he gives a
I don't
fuck.
want to say that. He didn't be
First
here
time
before.
here.
He didn't be here. He.
Yeah,
This is
played
the first time.
Euroball, he
Yeah,
was
this is the first time
13.
we're in the NBA, but EuroLeague, he done been there. Done. So I don't think.
I don't
he
think-
The
I never-
finals is the finals, though. If you,
Right.
That's new to anybody who ain't been there. I don't give a fuck.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But he always had that like, I don't know. I agree with you though. I think.
Well, it's a double-edged sword for me because on one end, if the Frauds win, I've been wrong all along. On the other end, if Luka wins his first time out, he's gonna be put in the LeBron conversation. That's just gonna get ready to start happening. So either way, I lose.
This is why he's not excited. That's the real reason.
There you go.
That's
We
the
all-
came brought it full circle.
Clarity.
got to the root.
That's why communication is key. You see how we have to get there? Say that.
Hey, this is the EB therapy session.
Like, man, this final's about to be crazy.
That shit was so funny when I was like, why you not
You
excited?
being so much of a basketball enthusiast, I'm like, I figured you should be excited.
There's been plenty of NBA finals that I just did not give a fuck about.
Let me get to a top five. Let me get to a top
That-
five.
Top
Oh, I was
five.
going to say.
Top five you don't give a fuck about.
That
They
you
do.
don't
That you
didn't
did,
care
that you didn't
about.
give a fuck about. Let me get to a top five.
Boston Golden State is up there for me.
All right.
Didn't
The
care.
first one I can remember. that I-
Toronto Golden
I
State
didn't
didn't give a fuck about that either.
The first one that I can remember that I didn't
At
care
all.
about was Knicks versus Spurs.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
he going back.
That's a good one.
That's a definitely good one.
I mean, I
Um,
wasn't,
You weren't born.
Yeah.
but I understand. I understand.
New Jersey Spurs.
Both of them. Shit.
I understand that one too.
Damn, I forgot about
They
that.
played
one.
twice.
Yes.
Back to
Yeah.
back.
Okay, both of them.
No, they played.
They played
They New Jersey went back to back, but they played the Lakers
Okay.
first, then the
Lakers,
Spurs.
yeah.
Okay.
Lakers Nets. It was a debacle. I knew it.
Got them niggas right up out of there.
Raptors, Warriors.
That's definitely my top three.
That was the last final.
Man, bye,
It was a good
dude.
finals.
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch a game, bro.
I don't know. I
I
don't
watched
watch your
it.
word for
Only
it.
reason why I watched it was Golden State.
I watched.
I'm not gonna say
Bro,
no.
I literally watched all highlights. I'm not even gonna bullshit you, bro. I did not give one fuck about that
I
final.
wanted to see them niggas lose.
Orlando.
Because I was so disappointed in Dave. I'm like, bro, y'all niggas was literally up 4 straight games and couldn't close one of them.
Orlando Magic, Lakers.
Was it like the Lakers in Denver?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last year and then this one. That might be 6.
Yeah.
But after the Cavs
This will be
lost
the
in 09,
sixth.
I didn't give a fuck about basketball no more. It was just not on my agenda. I don't care if Kobe played it or not. Didn't give a fuck.
That 09 loss in the conference finals was tough.
Yeah, I didn't watch the finals either. Absolutely.
Yeah, that shit.
That was
No.
tough.
And then they was hyping the LeBron versus
There's no point to
Kobe
live- there's no point to live
finals.
anymore.
All
No, I was hurt, bro. The city was devastated, bro. Like,
Bro,
LeBron
it was
playing his ass off.
And he on his way out. We had one more year, but
No, we had one more year.
The whole campaign, all that season was
Oh, yeah.
LeBron versus Kobe in the final.
Oh, yeah, the
Bron was playing
Muppets.
his ass off, bro.
The
We just
Muppets.
good job, Daddy. That was a great roster you constructed. I mean, I guess we can say that shit 13, 14 years later, yeah, but
You got Higu shooting over Delonte West.
Them
and
niggas
Tommy
shot
Williams,
the
too.
lights out, bruh.
never to be heard from again.
Shot the
Lewis.
lights out.
Just getting whatever shot he wanted.
That's what Bill Walton would say. R.I.P. Where's Rashard Lewis now? Like, never heard from him again after that shit.
He went and got a ring on the
He
13
he went ring chasing.
We had
But what happened to Turkey Glue?
He was the 10th man.
What happened to Rayford Austin? Jameer Nelson? Where they at?
we had
Michael
Dowski.
Petras.
Where's Michael Petras?
Man.
Where the fuck are
that
they?
nigga was
Courtney Lee.
splash
Exactly.
shit.
Courtney Lee, bro.
That
That
was
was I
insane.
swear to God, that was Courtney Lee's best season in basketball, and he just
insane.
disappeared. No bullshit. That team just played out of their fucking mind. That's bro.
Courtney Lee ain't disappearing.
Who?
He had a good career
Who?
after that.
Who?
Courtney Lee.
Where?
Memphis.
Don't say the Knicks. Don't say the Knicks.
Memphis. He was
He
starting
never
on
played
Memphis, and
anywhere
they
close
were
to that
competitive
again.
team. No, not like that. But
Okay,
he
okay,
disappeared.
okay.
He ain't off the face
He
of
had
the earth.
Gauskas checking Dwight Howard. Oh my god.
That's a problem.
That's
Oh
painful.
my god.
Back
Alright,
down memory
You got anything else?
We just said this is
All right,
therapy,
listen.
and we just done brought it back to a dark place.
You-
Look at us.
you-
Bro,
been
That was a
tuned
dark
in
place for everybody, bro. That shit was sad.
to the Starting Five podcast, excuse me. We are now giving you our eulogy. Don't forget to chime in on the YouTube channel rather.
Leave some fucking comments.
Thumb up, thumb down, comment, hit the share button, whatever you desire. And also you can find us wherever you get the podcast. We Starting Five, y'all. Yeah.
Tell your mother about us.
Like, comment, and
And your
subscribe,
father.
baby. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Everybody you know. The people you don't like at work.
Bo Jackson, man, the next great back out of O State, man. We out of here.